Hey, welcome to the Porch Bois podcast. I'm, of course, your sexy and charming and STD-free host, alongside these other two retards over here. You got Seawall and Midget B. I cannot disclose their STD status, whether it is positive or negative, but there you go. They're also here.
I would like
So
to
yeah,
note for the viewers that John is an unabashed liar.
What do you
I
mean?
am. I am very
He's lying
charming and
about his
sexy.
his STD status? Because
Yeah.
he's not lying about mine, bro. I'm riddled.
Riddle.
Yeah. I'm just surprised, with the amount of time you two spend together, that John hasn't caught any of them.
You know,
We're careful.
yeah, that's right.
We just wait until there's not an outbreak, Luckily, they've synced at this point. They've been together so long that the SCDs have synced when they're out, there's an outbreak, when they're contagious. So,
Call it the
oh
riddle.
man. So what's up, boys? What's been fun for the past week? What have you guys been up to? Nothing.
Work mainly. Did a little bit D&D on Sunday, like I do every other Sunday. Oh, I got into a Mutants Masterminds game I wanted to get into. So a lot of tabletop
nice.
stuff. Yeah.
Fucking
Took
sweet.
the
Yeah,
dog to the beach. That was cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. Did the dog enjoy it?
Yeah.
He was a fan. Did he go in the water?
Yeah, he's not afraid of it. He can't really swim, but he splashed in the surf.
Good for him.
You
We
should got some
ran.
video of that shit, man.
I couldn't, man. My hands were full with this freaking dog.
Fair enough.
I couldn't manage all that. I couldn't. It was too much.
That's unfortunate, because that would be
I
cute as
couldn't
fuck.
even- yeah, I couldn't even hit the vaporizer. I could barely set up the little dog tent. But yeah, we ran as fast as we could for as long as we could in one direction.
Dude, I bet he slept that night, dude.
Yeah, he
I
did.
bet he slept the whole time. He was like, "I'm going to bed. Fuck you. I'm out."
Don't wake me up before 9.
Right? Yeah, that's true. So the only thing of interest I've done in the past week, I created my own personal, for the first time in my whole life, personal Twitter account. That's been fun.
You getting up to some nonsense.
Oh yeah, he pissed off a baby killer.
I kicked a hornet's nest of baby killers. Is what I did.
Yeah.
They were mad.
Are we talking what type of mad? Are we talking they're actually going to do something, or white high school girl mad, where they're just going to cry into their pillow?
Yeah. They're just gonna talk about me, where I can hear them, but they're talking to each other, right?
Yeah.
Those sorts of little petty shit,
And then you T-pose to assert dominance.
Right, exactly. It was like boom. Yeah, that was fun. So that's another. So guys out there in the chat here, if you have not joined our Discord server, make sure you do it. Shit's down below. That's where you're gonna see shit like what we're talking about here.
Here right now is in the Discord server.
Well, we don't know who's watching, who's being a lurker.
Yeah, and for the future also.
Yeah.
There is a future, Midget. And some of it's not so bleak. A lot of it is, but some of it's not. Including our Discord server, which is not bleak at all and is amazing and fun.
I do keep forgetting that some of the vile shit I say is going to be on the internet forever.
That's true.
Or remember, some of that vile shit's also going to be stored in an offline drive. So even if the internet disappears, someone still has it.
I might want to listen to that vile shit again later.
Yeah.
It's some good vile shit though, man. But yeah. So that, because I'll post stuff like that in the. So I posted a thread in our Discord server earlier, and that was fun. Everyone got to have a look, and some people participated, and that was fun. As Katie said, shows herself. She was one of them.
Yeah.
So sort of. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. Oh my god, I spent the better half of my work day just.
Yeah, I like how this was a thing in your life. Is Twitter?
Do what?
Like an event. It's like a meaningful event. This was.
I wouldn't say it was meaningful.
It's entertainment.
It was an event. Right, exactly. Yeah. It was just entertainment.
Yeah. And it's just interactive.
Right, exactly. It kept my mind active. It kept me in a good mood because I'm laughing the whole time. Yeah, that's pretty good.
like some people at work, they'll like plug in an earbud, listen to some music or a YouTube video of a YouTuber
Right.
they like. John
And
just
troll Twitter.
trolls people on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh man.
I
Also,
like
like,
how Twitter is meaningful for shit posting. Like that's
Exactly.
about it.
That's its
like
purpose.
that's right. That's entirely its purpose. Absolutely.
And we are entering excellent segues with talking about Twitter.
And shit
That's true.
posting. And shit posting
And
on
shit
Twitter.
posting.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
And the
So-
purpose of Twitter being to shit post.
And gentlemen, are you ready for the memes?
always
So we'll bring them on a little early tonight. So
born ready.
one man is on a lifelong mission to bring the shit posting back to Twitter. Look at him go.
This man.
Mr. Elon Musk's.
Godspeed this man on his journey.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
What
It's
is
just-
this stupid dog trying to do, by the way?
This ball under the couch.
So like
Would you mind helping him?
Let's
people.
Yes, you can.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
People are so much like Elon Musk is gonna be like the savior of Twitter though. Like I know some of it's
Nah.
satire and jokes or whatever, but like he's not gonna be the savior like you need. Like he's I don't know, like the most like if you have Twitter stock, he's gonna buy it at a higher price. You're gonna actually make a little bit of money off of it, depends on how much you have, of course. And then that's gonna be it. Like he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna change all that much. He might just kind of bring it back to how it was in 2015,
Which is
before
okay.
Evil Drumpfler,
Yeah.
was around. So
Well, I mean,
that's what most of you hope for. It's not
remember-
gonna be like a free speech platform or anything.
well,
Like, don't-
it's hard to say because the thing is, Elon is really hard to pin down because he's been all over the place on things.
yeah,
So it's one of those things that because he's also a CEO of a publicly traded company, he's had to be careful with what he said in the past. So we don't know what the true Elon Musk is.
right. Oh, real quick, Ed is right. I do have one more announcement. Apparently, I'm going to be on J. Edgar's channel, YouTube channel, on Saturday evening. I believe it's 6:30 p.m. in the proper time zone, and so that's gonna be fun. We'll be talking apparently about the fall of Anakin Skywalker.
Oh,
So that's gonna be
nice.
interesting. Yeah, that'll be cool and fun.
Damn it. I would have loved to be in that because I'm a big Star Wars nerd.
I mean, I told him you were a weeb, and he was like, "No, I don't want that anywhere near me." don't wanna associate with
He's
that.
more tolerant of weebs than you ever will be.
That's probably true.
Yeah. He's engaged in a little bit of weebery by watching more than one anime, I think.
I mean, listen, nobody's completely pure.
Yeah.
So
And that corrupt seeds
Yeah,
in your fucking soul now.
you can. There's a little bit of heresy that's forgivable. It's all right.
Yeah.
But like, let's not become a weeb, right?
Yeah.
Dabble on the side.
Oh,
I mean, you're at a party, your friends are all doing it. Maybe do that once, just
Yeah.
watch half the episode. If you like it, watch the other half.
Well, also, the thing is, John, I am not a real weeb.
No,
I'm just a casual anime fan because there's nothing else to fucking watch.
Yeah, so make sure anyway that you join the.
I know, J. Edgar. I'll be involved in the movie videos.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going to as well.
Yeah,
I've already forced him to. So
Well, isn't that coercive?
yes,
That's not very anarchist of you. That sounds a little statist.
not my problem.
I guess that's a little bit of forgivable heresy then.
Yeah.
So scooting right along. Second verse, kind of same as the first, but this one's incorporating a little bit of Disney into it. The Shoops have been excellent.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Like how Quest says, John said become like 2 words. Did I do that? I might have done that.
Yeah, you might have done that.
That sounds like something I would
But
do.
Midget, if you're with us, we need the soy voice.
I just got back.
Sweet, dude. Good time.
We need the soy voice.
Soy voice.
Dear Parag Agrawal, if you're reading this, colon. Right now, the world needs to know that you are stronger, smarter, and more tenacious than Elon Musk. Well, there's your problem right there.
He is not any of
He
those.
thinks you can beat you. The free world needs the Avengers to know that he is wrong.
Oh my god.
Yours truly, a lifelong and long verified
It just
Twitter
gets worse.
user.
It really
It
is
just-
a different class, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
they know they're part of a different class.
Well, they're acting
Being
like the
verified.
aristocracy, but here's the thing. Motherfucker, you guys don't have, like, armies to protect you. If shit hits the fan, you're a peasant like the rest of us.
Don, need I remind you, you too are a Twitter user.
A user, but I'm not
Yeah.
verified.
No, I'm not verified either.
I'm a peasant.
And
Rising
the
up
vast
against
and
the
at this point, the vast
aristocracy.
majority of my replies are mainly fucking with John.
It's
You
true.
too
Yeah, the
are a
only time he
Twitter
ever
user.
tweets
Yeah,
is to fuck with me.
yeah. Occasionally Jay, or I'll poke Quest.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
occasional retweet of something I find funny from one of the various
Fuck
things I follow.
Parag Agrawal, that manlit Paggy motherfucker, that's mealy mouth cunt. Fuck his bald
No.
ass. Fuck his bald ass sideways. I hope like
I like this dude's look though. Check this
Yeah,
dude out. Look at his
look,
PFP
zoom
right there.
and yeah, I can't zoom and enhance anymore. Wait, no, I can.
Yeah, dude. Look at
there's
that
that
beard. That is
fucking
like
face.
the cuck
Who wants a
beard
new
right there.
avatar? Who wants a new avatar?
Look at the
Verified.
shaded hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Long
What is that
verified.
physiognomy, you guys? Have you seen it before?
fuck, moving on. Moving right the fuck along.
Stop nudicing.
So, this one's a fun little quick one.
If Elon Musk successfully purchased Twitter, it could result in World War III and the destruction of our planet.
Yeah, I love that these are just like. I mean, this is a verified account. Otherwise, I'm like, oh, that's just satire. Move
Yeah,
on.
and this guy's associated with PAX East.
Elon Musk must be stopped. Help me buy Twitter. I just need $43 billion.
I didn't open this up to check. Let's see how much he's raised.
Donate.
Oh my god, this is such a grift, the obvious grift. He's just gonna take that money. And
Oh,
oh, is it gone?
it's
Oh.
gone.
They already knew he was full of shit.
Yeah.
They knew he was full of shit.
Well, $125.
Yeah, they got a little bit of money early on. That I know that much. I checked it when I saw it initially.
David Levitt, PAX East, verified. Not a troll, huh?
Yeah.
Right? Not a poem. It's verified.
Hey, by the way, I'd like to point out that the Sultan Salman bin Walid or whatever was like, hell no, I ain't taking $43 billion. You're gonna, Mr. Levitt, Steve Blatt, Bloom. You're gonna need a little more than 43 billion, my friend.
Yeah.
43 billion shekels.
Oh, I
ain't
mean, if
enough.
if Twitter goes through the full poison pill process and tanks the stock, I've got a
I
feeling that
hope
he's
they
going to
fucking
sell at that
do.
point.
I hope they do.
Yeah.
John, I'm sorry, you're gonna need to troll elsewhere.
Yep. So.
What, from Twitter? Not Twitter?
Yeah. I
No.
hope Twitter
Twitter
fucking takes
Twitter
the
will
poison pill
survive.
and
It's
die.
just the board of directors won't.
Yeah.
Nor will most of
No,
the current
Twitter will be
investors.
Twitter will be fine itself.
Yeah.
There's held up by like the forces that be out there. It's held up by like
Yeah.
the government and shit. It's
Of
fine.
course. Of
It's
course.
news. It's like how many times is Twitter in the news? Like tweets.
Yeah.
Tweets are news. Tweets have been news for like 7 years. Twitter's not going anywhere.
That's because journalists are lazy.
Exactly.
and fucking
Right.
Well,
worthless.
scooting
That's what I'm
along.
saying. So Twitter's not going anywhere.
Speaking of news agencies,
Billionaire Jeff Bezos' Washington Post buy marks a fascinating cultural transition in America. 8:59 p.m. 8513. Whoa! Elon Musk's attempt to buy Twitter represents a chilling new threat code. Billionaire trolls taking over social media.
12/22, 4/14, 2022.
9 years later. Well,
Yeah.
8 years, 8 months, I believe would be the better math.
Wow, it's almost
Yes.
like this fascinating cultural transition of which we were the vanguard.
Right.
Like, isn't something that we wanted the whole time, and we're retarded and
No.
useful idiots for a cause that we don't fucking understand.
Right.
God damn you. God, when can we get rope?
Moving on. A Katie Z meme.
Katie Z meme. I think I saw her in the chat earlier. What's
Yep.
up, Katie Z? Hope you're still there. Yeah. So, liberals, says Elon Musk, if you don't like Twitter, get your own platform.
No, the liberals are saying that, and then Elon, this is his
Right,
response.
he did.
Yeah.
And then Elon did do that.
Yeah.
He did. Or like potentially, of course.
Oh, yeah,
Not
potentially.
actually did, but potentially, yeah.
I mean, the thing is, the poison pill may actually end up saving him several $billion in the end when he
Right.
picks it up from auction.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say he's talking about like just going direct into the shareholder,
Yeah.
buying them from the shareholders. So like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Well, the thing is, what they'll do then is if he gets more than 50%, they then issue a bunch of stock. Basically, they're doing the money printer go burr method to try to stop him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what
It's almost
happens
like
when
they
that
actually do know how
happens,
inflation
Seawall?
works.
What
Oh,
happens
the value
to
of the stock will
of the
tank.
thing where you
Yeah.
print all that where you burr?
Yeah, where you
What
burr, it's
happens
gonna
when you
crash
burr,
the cost
Seawall?
the money. And the thing is, people found out.
You
Guess
crash
what?
the
Guess
thing
what
that
will
burns?
happen
Is that what happens
when that
you burr,
occurs?
Seawall?
None of the Twitter board of directors
That's
own
fucking
any
hilarious.
stake.
You can't
Wow,
both be
where
talking at
else
the
have
same
you
time.
seen that,
Oh my
Seawall?
god.
Where else have you seen that, Seawall? What else goes burr and then
Yeah,
crashes?
Yeah, the money throughout
American
history.
dollar, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we're trying to say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. But
Like-
what I'm saying is the Twitter guys are going to have some serious trouble because no member of the board of directors owns any stock in the company. And two, this poison pill could very easily be argued as against their fiduciary duty to their investors.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
We'll see
mean,
that in an article later.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. In the article, like 2 years later, yeah.
No, I mean...
No, right
tonight,
now. Right now.
Yeah.
One of my articles.
Yeah, so.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And here we go. Matt Walsh.
Matt Walsh.
I'll read this one. I am very worried about Elon Musk owning Twitter. We must keep Twitter in the hands of people we can trust. People like
Oh, my
BlackRock, Morgan Stanley, and the Saudi royal family. At least we know that they will always have our best interest at heart.
Fucking bravo, Matt. Walsh.
Matt, I would love you and your infinite wisdom to try and explain what you think BlackRock is.
It's a massive financial company,
Yeah.
financial investment company that has a bit of a shady past, like a lot of them.
I like Lettuce Man. Thankfully, Vanguard came to the rescue and swooped up more to 10% ownership as a weeny teeny bit more than Elon. Everything is right in the world for now.
Right. Oh my god.
Well, the thing, so you're fine with billionaires owning it? You just want you just want to be billionaires you like. Well, the billionaires already own it.
Yeah, this is definitely huge, big time is definitely a fucking major brainlet. Holy fuck.
We're
these
talking
people are
black hole
crazy.
density here.
No,
Holy
it's fucking
shit.
yeah.
We jump right past neutron
Why?
star, went to
These people
singularity.
vote. It's insulting. I can't believe I have to share a country with these morons.
I can't believe we
That's
have to
the thing.
share
You
oxygen
don't-
with them.
You don't. Oxygen, yeah. You unfortunately
Yeah.
does share
Oxygen, do I?
But
We're on the
Yes,
same
I do,
planet.
Technically.
yeah,
Yes, I
technically,
technically do.
but not the
There's
same
a
country.
chance that a fucking atomic oxygen that I breathe into my being might have at one time been breathed by one of these fucks. But
That's
otherwise,
true.
I owe them nothing but lead.
Moving on.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh, we got another brainlet right here.
Yeah,
speaking of brain-
speaking of brainlets, holy shit.
so
Max
we are
Boot,
for-
goddamn, a
brains.
professional brainlet. Look at him with
Yeah,
his
so-
sketch of himself.
Yep. Soy voice, man. We gained the soy voice.
I am frightened by the impact on society and politics if Elon Musk acquires Twitter. He seems to believe that on social media anything goes. For a democracy to survive, we need more content moderation, not less. Twitter for iPad.
And we've got a picture of him while tweeting this.
Yes, clearly. He's
Very
looking
high
a
res.
little-
Do you guys enjoy the new 4K stream?
Ah, jeez, man.
Love it.
I don't
I'm
know
going
why
fucking
you-
Max Boot. Think about his name is Max Boot, and he's
He's actually
for much
influential.
more
That
than-
asshole has been fucking involved in like the Clinton campaign. He's
No,
a
of
fucking
course.
journalist at like the New York Times and shit.
New
Like,
York
fuck
Times,
this guy.
yeah.
Oh my god. Can't believe these
New York
people.
Fly.
I really I don't know how much longer they're gonna last.
With
can't last forever.
with food collapse, they won't survive.
Right. certainly
Let's
not.
hope so, Seawall. For fuck's sake. Something's gotta give.
So
Yeah. Oh, I can answer this question. What does democracy even mean to these people? Okay, all right. So LA Times says Elon Musk's paradoxical vision of running Twitter: less democracy, more freedom. Okay, so democracy and this, like, when they're talking about, when like progressives are talking about democracy, they're not talking about like one person, one vote. Like, we're going to do whatever the 51% wants to do, right?
Yeah.
That's not
because if that was the case, well, there wouldn't be a progressive movement in the U.S.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so, no. What it actually means is like whatever thing that we deem is like progress, when that wins, like that's actual democracy. Like,
But when it loses, it's
fascism.
cheating. It's somebody hacked the election.
It's fascism. When
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
fascism.
Yeah.
It's clearly it's
yeah,
the far
yeah, yeah.
right
You know,
taking over.
Yeah, fascism,
Exactly.
an ideology well known for basically
like-
having no freedom, where the state is involved in everything. Yeah,
No,
that's totally about
Seawall,
leaving people
nothing like
alone and
that.
letting them make their own decisions.
No, Seawall. Instead, it's more like when fucking Viktor Orban gained like an even stronger mandate in the recent Hungarian election. I mean, the whole EU was like, "Oh, my election integrity,"
right.
Yeah.
my ballots, my paper ballots, and my voter intimidation, and
Yeah.
all of this shit. My democracy has failed. You're facing fines for
Right. Because
no.
democracy, but hang on, because democracy means like good, right?
Yeah.
So like when good is done, that is democracy working.
Yeah.
When good is not done, that is democracy failing.
That's right. When they don't get
So-
the outcome that is in line
Right.
with global home
that's
democracy
the thing is-
equals.
Leftism is all about. That's why they don't have principles. They don't care about hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Because leftism is all about the outcome. So every time you like advocate for a position, it's not because that position is moral or good. It is because they expect a certain outcome. And they'll tell you this when they're talking. Anytime they're talking, they're like, "Oh, I think if we do this, it'll have a better outcome, right? So how can we
Right.
make the outcome more just or more, equal or more fair, whatever it is? It's all about outcome,
Almost
never
as
about,
though
like,
the means
principle.
justify the means.
Oh, yeah.
right? That's why it doesn't work. That's
Well,
why
yeah,
it's insane.
you got to take a more balanced approach. You do have to take the outcome into account when you're trying to come up with something, but you also have to account for the means to get there. You've got to
Alright.
strike the balance.
Yeah.
All right. Fucking what was it? Iron Lady. A bitch called God, the Prime Minister of the UK. Why can't I think of it when it's important?
Boris
Thatcher.
Johnson?
Theresa May, right?
Thatcher.
No, Thatcher. Yeah, yeah.
Thatcher.
The Iron. Sorry, I should notice that with the Iron Lady.
I didn't hear you say that.
Yeah.
I didn't,
Yeah, I heard it, but my brain didn't connect the dots.
Yeah, no. Seawall made a very Thatcherian fucking.
No, I know. I know, but
Well, I mean, is the position wrong that you do that? If it's good means but has a terrible outcome,
yeah,
should you not avoid that?
No, of course, and I would agree that you do have to have a mix. I think we would disagree on where the mix is.
Yeah,
but that would be it.
Yeah,
Like,
we
that's
agree there
to
is
be
a
great.
mix that you do have to take into account because sometimes unfortunately, hey, motherfucker, that corner of your land that your family hasn't used for 200 years, we want to buy that to make a park for everyone. No, fuck you. Goddamn, we're building the park. Fuck you.
I don't know about all that. Anyway, let's
Here is twice the market value. Have a nice day.
Right. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
not acceptable. Next meme, please.
And we can enter
yes.
a random memes.
And also a KTZ one.
Yep. One she dug up.
Yeah.
Racist positive fox euthanized after biting 9 people on Capitol Hill.
Based fox. Dude, they got him. They got a poor little based fox, man.
Yep.
Well,
He says.
was Fox
that-
good boy?
He was a very good boy.
No.
No.
He was the best boy.
He was the best. He was a very best boy.
Yeah.
I wonder if he managed to. She, by the way, managed to bite any illegal migrants.
No. I think it was all Democratic congressmen and senators, and I think one of the Fed boys got bit, and I think a couple of Democrat journalists.
Dude, I forget that. Yeah, the best.
Yeah, basically fucking Capital Fox, dude.
Yeah.
Also, I agree with Quest Spending. KDZ is 10 times better than Margaret Thatcher, at least. Especially because Margaret Thatcher was bad, even by like woman standards. Like that's really bad. I would say KDZ is at least, if not way more, than 10 times better.
I mean, hey, KDZ would have protected the Falklands too. It was British property.
I don't think KDZ would have protected Jimmy Savile.
No. Jimmy Savile, she would have put in the wood chipper, personally.
I would think so.
Yeah.
So
there will be nothing in my mind.
Yeah.
There will be nothing in my mind that ever redeems Margaret Thatcher for Jimmy Savile.
Well, yeah, I'm saying that there were some good moves she made. I'm not saying that they outweigh the bad.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I mean,
And I'm saying that KDZ would have made some of those same good moves.
Nothing.
Serial killer puts a band-aid on your wound, doesn't make him a good guy, you know?
Right.
Did I say she was a good guy? I'm saying that there were some good moves made.
In warrior skin.
Yeah.
Shit.
John, I am separating the moves from the person.
Right.
You have to remember that.
You're isolating them as if they exist in a vacuum.
Right, as though.
And I am saying that our KDZ would have made those same good moves and would have avoided the bad moves.
Maybe.
Yeah.
She definitely would have made better moves.
Yeah.
Much more unpopular moves, though. But
like throwing Jimmy Savile in a wood chipper.
And ending women's voting in the UK.
And Boy George.
Yeah. It's true.
Scooting along. Speaking of old lonely women.
Right. I love this. One aisle for all your needs. Cat food, cat toys, wine, meals for one. Yeah. All in one aisle. Nice. Old aisle 23 is your best friend.
Old aisle 23.
Man. This is where almost everyone that I got into a fight with in that little thread
ended up.
That's where they go.
Yeah.
Like these people, they were all the same. They were all like that. They're all like older, fucking.
Right. You should have. They called you incel. You should have called them roasty. That would have fucking blown their NPC minds. That would have wrecked their shit.
No one directly called me an incel. It was just like, oh, just because no one wants to have sex with you doesn't mean other people don't want to have sex. You know.
I mean, I think that's going to be a negative there, Ghostwriter. I think there is at least one person. She let him put a ring on her finger.
I'd like to point out, though, I'd love to take this opportunity to point out that these people are, when they play that card, showing their hand.
Yeah.
Their only worth to anyone is their vaginas.
Yes.
Their only value to anyone is giving them sex. They clearly don't respect themselves beyond anything more than
momentary pleasure.
Right.
Via degeneracy.
They're clearly showing themselves to be.
It's a high time preference, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, my fucking.
Yeah.
vagina is going to get me through the world, through
That's
life.
right, forever.
Okay,
No, no, it's not.
Because the wall
eventually you're going
comes
to be
quick,
shopping down
bro.
aisle 23 over here.
That's right. The wall comes real quick, and Chad won't let you ride that carousel for much longer.
Yeah.
Right.
And again,
Beta
look,
bucks won't fucking work for you.
there
You'll
isn't a
be
limitless supply of
unsatisfied.
Chads.
You'll be unsatisfied with beta bucks, and you'll
Yeah.
fucking divorce the cuck husband you settled for after
But,
5 years. And
But instead, if you
aisle
married James, Chad's not as Chadly cousin, but still a decent guy. As you guys left college, started a family 2 years later, got a house, and sure, you may have not had as many adventures in your 20s, but imagine the fun shit you'll get up to in your 50s and 60s when you got grandkids.
and you've divorce raped.
No, you two stayed together. You had 3 kids. You now got 6 grandkids. You guys are going to Disney World together.
I was trying to make this argument to someone else I knew recently, but I couldn't complete the thought, the sentiment.
Mm.
I didn't get the chance to complete the sentiment. Like, that's where you find your meaning.
Right.
Is in those intergenerational relationships. It's not.
And,
It's not in aisle 23.
It's on aisle 23. And the thing is that the capstone, while, sad, is sitting in a bed, hopefully surrounded by friends and family.
Well,
That's
all
hopefully
right,
the
shall
end.
we?
Shall we? To our vault, we're starting to get into some Fed Boy memes.
Fed boys. My agent watching my search history and slowly realizing maybe he's the bad guy. Yeah.
Ron Helton, I'm talking
MK
old school
Ultra
Disney World, like
1953.
from mid 2000s.
MK Ultra 1953 went to Disney World. I think that's fantastic. That's
Yeah.
That is kind of awesome.
So
a good juxtaposition there.
Yeah.
Of theme. Yep. MK Ultra and Disney. Wow. Interesting.
yeah.
Association.
Very
there.
strange.
Okay, maybe not Disney World. Maybe you guys are all going to Six Flags. Six Flags is still cool, right?
Sure. That old dude never did anything to nobody. Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I remember going to Magic Mountain when I was younger. That was fun.
I went to the one in Georgia. Was that King's Dominion, I think it's called?
Mm-hmm.
I forget which one it is, but the one in Georgia I've been to a few times.
Yeah. I'm sure it's a fun amusement park.
Oh yeah, it was fine. Yeah, they had this might have been Tennessee, not Virginia. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
There was one with like the Superman roller coaster, so like it sat down and lifted you up to where you were facing straight down.
Yeah,
So it was like you're flying.
Prone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're still like in the seated position, so it's not like your legs are stretched out.
Oh, yeah.
You're like in a seated position, like you would be on a normal hanging coaster, and then it like brings you up. So you're still seated, but you're kind of like holding on. Yeah, you're looking straight down the whole time. It's kind of cool. You can't really see what's coming next on the track.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty awesome.
Well, moving along. Oh, got to unzoom, unenhance on this one.
Me watching the ATF raid the house of the IRS agent I reported before going home to report the ATF agent to the IRS.
Yeah,
You take my money, I'm gonna make you waste it.
The face when Solid Snake satisfied. Like,
It's very satisfying.
That's like cheat. That's prime operator status right there.
He's up in a tree wearing all black except for his face, which is like super white. So like, he's totally not noticeable, of course.
No, totally not noticeable. Don't look at this man in the bushes.
Right.
He's got his slit binoculars to keep glare down. You know, his field of view, but...
I mean, he's enough a white boy that he might have a glare without them.
Yeah, he should definitely be wearing some kind of face paint or like a mesh thing in front.
Neoprene shooting mask, boonie cap, something to break up the silhouette.
Right, exactly. I was going to say the silhouette was the next thing. I was going to say tree cancer, they call it. When you're hanging out by a tree and suddenly this tree has a lump next to it.
Yeah, so.
That's a motherfucker up against this tree.
Scooting along.
Yeah.
Right-wing extremism is everywhere.
Then why does the FBI keep faking it?
And then goes the angry face, but as if he would even acknowledge that.
Yeah.
As if he'd be like, "Oh, that's the truth," so I acknowledge that this is true, and I'm mad about it. Oh my god, that's not
Be
true at all.
instant pushback. It would be instant
Yeah.
pushback. It would be
Yeah.
like, you're wearing some kind of tinfoil hat.
No, you're wearing it. See, lift it off their head, show it to them.
Instant
I'm
projection.
depicting you as the NPC, therefore my argument is correct.
Hey, no, you.
Uh,
We've seen it before. It comes from the greatest of academics.
Oh,
No,
dude,
you is a
it
formulated
does, isn't it?
fucking argument.
so.
Oh, it's
God.
you that's the groomers. I hope you know what I'm referring to.
God, why is that reminding me
I know
of
some of
those
the things.
it's called alternative debate tactics that a lot of students of color use in debate societies, where they're like
When they shout
hyperventilating.
and gasp. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like-
air and shout.
What is this?
It's performance art. Dude.
Yeah, but the thing
Alternative
is,
art.
debate requires, I think it's 3 elements. One is logic. You do need emotion to help sell the point a little bit.
Yeah,
Then there's
Oh.
one. Then I think is it rhetoric? Is the last one?
Well, anyway, let's move on.
Logic,
Moving
rhetoric, and the emotion part. I
Yeah,
forget what that's-
Ethos.
Ethos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ethos.
Ethos.
And
Yeah.
pathos. Yeah, that's what it was.
Incompetence, corruption, dementia, racism, nepotism. By your powers combined, I am, the thing.
You know the thing.
Yeah.
It's the thing. Yeah. Oh, dude, I like that show, despite its like.
Oh, it's clear propaganda.
Of course, but like I don't
Yeah.
know. I was a kid. Like, what
Yeah.
I didn't know fucking better.
Well, it's cape
I thought
shit,
you-
basically.
It was the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. What did I know? I didn't know
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Well, we
I was
also know how you
listening to
turned out
people
for a
that-
while there.
For a while, yeah. No, I bought into the propaganda and shit, dude. It
Yeah.
was a time, man. And then I was like, finally
Yeah.
free.
Yeah.
Wake up,
You should go
sheeple.
free. Everyone should go free.
Right.
Learn to align with the archetype of Western kind.
So
Go free.
moving along to the next one.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, we want to skip this one.
Oh no, yeah, this is implicating Seawall here in a crime. Suddenly, Seawall turned based and crashed a plane.
No.
into the
I had nothing to do with that plane. Just don't mind me moving this box of aircraft repair equipment to the other room. Wasn't involved at all. Wasn't involved.
Yeah, so someone was incredibly based down in Texas and decided that the IRS office there needed to be removed.
Well, you're assuming that this wasn't Oklahoma City
No.
level of
Either way, I mean, the IRS office is destroyed, so that's good news either way.
And well, do you think that's going to slow them down? That's just one of their branch offices. They'll just transfer
No, of
everything to
course
another
not.
site.
No, but it sends a message, you know. It rallies.
Well, it
People
rallies the
might
Fed
actually-
boys into getting more support. You do realize that, right?
Whatever. No one likes the IRS.
Yeah, I mean,
You
no
know,
one
They
likes
just
this,
got
but
a
you know.
fucking. They just got a fucking
Yeah, they do.
revenue bonus. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
They just got their fucking funding tripled so that they can go after the middle class with audits
Oh,
from
dude, you're right, you're right.
2016 over
I'm sorry.
fucking bullshit.
I'm sorry, you're right.
man.
The elites love the IRS. You're right.
Mhm.
There is a group who does love the IRS.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like most people don't like the IRS, like actual, like real.
About
human
Oh, yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean,
Like,
I'm not
It's
I'm not a
full
fan of the IRS. I'm in the camp of it should be massively downsized and should be completely stripped of all ability to arrest people. If it wants to arrest someone, it better convince a local sheriff and a local judge to sign the warrant. And if the local sheriff, the local judge says no, fuck you, there's nothing they can do.
yeah, it's better.
Yeah. Also set a
that's very
rule
good
that
question.
they can only sue somebody for taxes through civil court if they can prove that suing them would that they would get more money from suing them than not. So basically, it kills the whole we're going to sue you for $5, but it's going to cost the government $1 million to sue you.
Ha, nice.
Yeah.
So Quest Fanning has a good question. Can we stick the IRA on the IRS?
I'm
think that's
staying
a
away
good
from that. I'm staying away from that question. I'm moving on.
They're very close in acronym, so one's
I
most
li-
like the other.
I like this little quick meme. If we can't regulate normal guns, how will we regulate ghost guns? Well, that's the neat part. You can't.
You can't, right? Wasn't there something like a grandfathered in, like a grandfather clause?
They're trying to get rid of those wherever they can.
Well, yeah, no, of course, but I mean, wasn't there? I don't know. I saw a meme about it, so I've not verified
There
anything.
is a grandfather clause. Well, okay, there isn't a grandfather clause. You can, as long as it's not a machine gun, because there is a specific law about manufacturing new machine guns.
Sure.
If you make it a just semi-automatic weapon, and as long as it doesn't run afoul of the NFA, there's nothing they can do about it. The only thing they might get you on is if you do a private sale where you don't register and serialize it. They can get you on that. So if so kids, we're not saying you should make guns at home, but if you do, don't share them.
No, if you do, don't sell them. Give them as gifts.
It's still transferring of ownership. Doesn't matter if it's a sale or not.
That's all,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically TLDR. Don't share your homemade firearms, kids.
Well, no, I know that's how they do. Some get around some of the weed laws in some states that are like decriminalized but not legal. Is you can give it as a gift, but you can't charge for it by law. Yeah. So you would go into a store and like they would offer quote unquote life advice, and you just talk to a dude for a few minutes, give him a tip, quote unquote, and then he just gifts you, weed.
Oh, yeah.
That
no. Here's the thing though: the transfer of firearm ownership doesn't matter if it's through sale or just giving it to somebody.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fair
and
enough.
For example, I don't know if you've kept up with it, but the Halderson trial, I believe was called, the guy that shot his parents.
Guys, remember when we said this meme would be really quick?
Fine, moving on. TLDR, the guy was smart for taking. He gave a gun to the other guy that was used.
Remember when I said
and then he
quick?
And then he took a picture. The thing is, he saved himself by taking a picture of Halderson's ID and the weapon with the serial number. He covered his own ass. So,
yeah,
if you're gonna transfer it, you better serialize it. So, and now we get onto some leftist memes.
Okay. So we got the next refugees are from states.
This fucking cartoon is horsey. This cartoon is horsey. Has some real fucking quality work, I tell you.
Out of the Seattle Times,
which also refers to the Twitter thread I had going earlier. Oh my god!
And the thing is, the red states they probably want to get rid of people that want to get abortions.
Right? They don't want you to be.
They don't want you here because you're gonna vote for shit they don't want.
Right. So go ahead and move. Yeah. And go get your abortion. I mean, I'm not going to advocate for it, but like, that's what you want.
I mean, the next step is going to be if you're a resident of, let's say, Texas, and you go to another state to get an abortion, we can still arrest you for going to the other state for getting an abortion. That's the next step. Right. So they're trying to kick you out. They're trying to get rid of you legally.
It's almost as though these people lack self-awareness.
Yeah.
Quite a few of them do. There are
the ability to reflect upon themselves and their own responsibility for their position in the world.
Oh, don't even talk to me about that word fucking responsibility. I had so many. I can't tell you how many people today during that thread talking about. Well, it's the condom fails or the pill doesn't work, whatever.
Those are exceptionally rare events.
Sure, but the point is that you're passing the buck onto now. It's not my responsibility to be safe.
Yeah.
It is the pharmaceutical company's job to keep me safe. And that says a shitload about the mindset.
You guys realize that the birth control and things like that don't eliminate the risk. They just massively reduce it.
Of course we realize that, Seawall. Thank you. But what we're talking about is instead the principle of the matter.
Right. And they can't wrap their heads around that, the principle of it. That's not a thing that you can just like.
You're right, John. This does reach back to things I've said on previous episodes where I talk about the passing of responsibility that people want to do.
Yeah, but the problem is that is
other people for their safety.
That is pure short-term thinking, and it always backfires.
Yes, it does.
Time preference, which is something John and I talk about a lot.
Exactly.
Plays
long or short.
A role in that.
Yeah.
These people.
You really can't see it's a clear divide between the high time preference and low time preference.
Yeah. I swear to God, these people are cattle. They lack higher brain function.
Well, what was that study? A good chunk of the population has less inner monologue than others.
From what
Yeah, that
I've
is
seen,
like,
and I've seen more and more of this on like Twitter, especially, is people saying, "What? People have inner monologues. They have voices in their heads that they listen to. There are
yeah,
these people vote and make decisions. Like, I can't believe I have to share a planet with these things. They're creatures.
right. You
They're
might have to
less
share a planet
They're
with them, but
below
you do not have to share.
consideration. They're beneath.
You do not have to share a neighborhood with them.
Yeah.
You do not have to share a town with them. You don't. You don't have to. I mean,
But I do, because they make the laws that ensure my participation. I cannot retreat to a place where they won't
Then
reach
stop
me with
retreating.
public fucking transportation.
Then stop
or
retreating.
goddamn Section 8 or something. They're gonna get
Stop
to you.
retreating. Start advocating and getting involved in the political process.
At least at the local level, I'll give you that.
I mean, I would argue you, at the very least, at the
I know.
higher level, you need to throw a monkey wrench into it. If you want the local level to succeed, if you ignore the federal level, eventually the federal level will go, you know what? We're getting rid of the local level. So you have to,
I
at
mean,
the
that's
very
something
least,
that we're
vote
talking
in
about.
people
Yeah, but
that won't move
here's
the needle.
Thing, the local level has fucking guns.
Yeah.
All right?
And then at that point, you're enforcing your will through violence.
Go away.
No, no, no,
You
no,
can't-
no. You're never enforcing your will through violence at all. That's not what that is. No. You're defending your community against
That's
aggression.
right. Everyone has a right to defend themselves against
And
coercion.
you get surrounded because
With
you don't have enough
force.
allies.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, you might. See, well, yeah,
And then
not
you have to make a
everyone's
choice.
gonna
Do you
win.
charge the lines and go into what was their territory,
I know.
and now you're enforcing your will on them and the citizens
Whatever.
there?
We'll find out.
This is a waste of time.
Moving
yeah,
on.
we're talking about hypothetical.
God, this fucking meme.
Yeah, so
Wall of
since we
text.
got like half an hour break here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a
Yeah.
piss and get another drink. So I'll be right back.
Well, this is just dumb.
Yeah. This Jesus guy, what do we know about him? 13 men living together? I mean, at the time, that wasn't unusual because, housing wasn't exactly cheap or readily available, especially for.
Seawall.
It sounds like they're pushing the homosexual agenda on society. One of his associates is even a prostitute. Jesus is pushing CRT as well, with all his men are equal before the Lord, and pushing his socialist agenda, caring for other people first. And he's a groomer, said this publicly. Let the children come to me and do not hinder them. Here's proof that Jesus is part of the baby-eating satanic pedophile elite. He told his followers to drink blood and eat his body. How do we know that they aren't doing that to children? Just asking questions.
It's a dumb meme.
Yeah. If you scratch the surface of Christianity, that's not what any of that says.
This is a waste.
Yeah.
It's tangentially related to what we were talking about, but
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they think they're clever, but
Yeah.
again, it's a straw man of what they think.
A poor one at that.
Because they don't understand what it is they're criticizing
Yeah.
at all. And it's more know you. They can't fucking handle criticism because they can't.
Well, because they've
enact
rejected reality.
Yeah,
When reality comes a knocking, when
that-
reality comes a knocking, their entire argument falls apart. Jesus would not be a socialist. He would say you
beyond
should
that
be.
seawall. What I'm trying to say is they've rejected the thought process that facilitates refutation. Okay, they are unable to refute an argument because they have rejected the entire process by which refutation is reached. They have decentered factuality and reality from their
And that's
perception.
that's been biting them in the ass for years.
And they seem to be doing all right to me.
And yet, when they try socialism, it collapses.
Hey,
When they
that's
try
at the cost of
CRT,
yours life
you have
and my life.
Zimbabwe
They don't give a
or now
fuck
South
about any
Africa,
of that, Seawall.
nations that will not only
That's
collapse.
at the cost
You
of
guys
our
can't
lives.
both be talking. Holy
No,
shit!
that's I'm trying to. That's at
I
the
know.
cost of our lives.
It's going to be the
Seawall,
cost of
they
their
don't care.
lives.
They don't care.
They're going to
The
die
cost
before
of
we
as
will.
Many lives
We'll-
as it fucking takes.
We'll
They're,
dig in
They're
like
fucking
ticks.
unwilling to come to terms with the reality. They don't care how many lives it costs or whose.
Well, their own
That's
lives
the
are going to be
fucking
the ones that are
problem.
lost.
But so are ours.
Some
this whole
of
process
ours
is a
will
vicious
survive.
cycle. God damn it, Seawall.
Let's just move on because we're not gonna. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
not
because
gonna
now we're getting the thing that Midget was demanding.
groomers instead of Disney.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
that's a
mean,
cute
they
one.
should just fucking replace their logo for sure.
Yeah.
Oh
God
my
damn
god,
it.
yeah.
They've chosen the hill upon which to die.
Yeah,
and
it's-
that's
Wasn't
it. That's the fucking
wasn't
one.
wasn't Walt Disney like kind of based?
Oh, he was extremely based. That's why
yeah.
they take such pride in defiling
Yeah.
his legacy.
Oh, fair enough.
Is
Yeah,
to fucking
fair enough.
piss all over it. Is to cackle as they do so. Because they know it's not what he wanted.
Yeah.
Right.
They know
Yeah.
they know that he didn't want them anywhere near his shit.
Yeah.
He's gonna be unfrozen and like mad as fuck. Just be like, you know what? I should just fucking died.
Well, I mean, given time, the investors will do that work for them because apparently Disney is in a financial freefall.
I don't know about a free fall, dude. It's still over $100 a share. Come on.
No. I'm talking about their
it's all about
profitability.
percentage.
Apparently,
percentages.
Disney's been cooking the books for a little while. That never ends well for a company. It never has ended well.
See, they
Because
write the fucking laws, dude.
it doesn't matter who
They
writes the
own-
laws in this case. It matters
one
that
of
if the
six-
real books ever get in the hands of the
So-
investors.
So the thing is, like, okay, no piece is like not worth the sacrifice. If Disney has
Right.
to go down, it will,
Yeah.
but it's not yet.
Yeah.
Like it's still a
No,
huge
you
powerhouse. Like,
don't
it's not-
understand. Disney is one of 6 media companies that
Right.
control all of media in the country. They are
Right.
too big to fail. They are
Too big to
tied
fail
at
is
the
saying that
hip.
you're too fat to
They
die.
are tied. They are
Yes.
tied at the hip to global financial
government as well.
wealth management,
They have infinite money.
and they are the ones who print the money. They will print themselves money. They are in the club. The rest of us aren't.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
they are in
Disney
the
is in the
club.
club
They
for
will
sure.
never fail. They're the ones, one of 6, who will remain for nearly forever.
And yet the British East India Company? Oh yeah, that company that was once the largest one in the world. Yeah, that's still
Over
around and
100
kicking.
fucking years, Seawall. It lasted almost longer than the British Empire did.
It was also
No,
funded
Indian
by
company
the British
died.
Empire.
Died well before the British Empire fell.
Huh.
East India Company was shut down before the fucking Opium Wars.
We could argue that was already at the time that the empire was.
I think the point the point is that it was propped up. The East India Company was propped up by the UK, by the Crown.
What else is propped up? Disney is propped up.
And
That's
it
what-
failed
that's
the
what the point
moment
is.
the Crown stopped propping it up.
The banks are propped up.
It's done. Yeah, as soon as
Wall
they stop
Street
getting
is
propped
propped up.
Right.
That shit has lasted forever. It will continue as long as it possibly can, kicking and screaming into the future. At the
Right.
cost of all of our lives, it doesn't give a fuck. It will throw
that's
people
fucking true.
into the
That
meat
part's true.
grinder. It will starve millions. It doesn't care. It will retain power at all costs.
That is the nature of power.
To a point.
No one gives, but
To a
with
point.
one historical exception that I could think of, but with one historical exception, no one has ever given up power on willingly, like on purpose.
Almost every Roman dictator.
No, he's like
Almost.
Cincinnatus is who I'm thinking of.
There were a
Yeah,
handful
that's
at
fine.
the end of the Republic that didn't.
Okay, maybe if they wanted to pass the
Yeah.
buck, that's fair enough.
I'm talking about everyone before that point. Before Caesar, every single dictator gave up power at the end of their term. Without fuss, without muss.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's like saying, Bush gave up his power after his term, or Obama gave up power after his term. Like technically, on paper, yes. But I mean, they're still.
And many of them were wildly popular and could have easily remained in power. yet they didn't.
Right. Okay. Well.
They
Anyway,
stepped
the
down.
point is though the things they're going to be trying to survive. Right. They're going to be doing whatever they can to survive, regardless of the consequences around them.
So long as the paradigm remains in their favor. The paradigm has been shifting for years.
Well, let's hope
Away
you're right.
from them.
I would very much like for you to be right.
Yeah. And when the paradigm shifts enough, you'll see a little switch flip in the state.
Hey, come on.
And
let's
watch
go.
how quickly the companies start switching too.
I would say the companies would switch first, if
Yeah.
anything, and that causes the state to switch because politics is downriver from
culture to a point. Because remember, as you said, Disney it
No,
will only
dude.
survive as long as the state backs
Politics
them.
is entirely informed by the culture.
Yeah,
Entirely
and the culture is
informed
shifting
by the
quite
culture.
Right,
rapidly.
that's the point. That's what I'm saying. Is that the corporation will be first to shift, and then politics after it.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and move on.
Yeah. Well,
let's
Midget demanded this wall of text, so he's gonna fucking read it.
All right.
Yeah, this is a fantastic. What are you talking about? It's a fantastic philosophical framework.
All right, well,
You
let's do
got
it. We might have to stop. We might spend some time on this, because we might have to stop and like analyze or like commentate on whatever.
No, what it really needs is to be fleshed out. Honestly, I'll just buzz through it. It's easy.
Yeah.
Because it uses language with which we're all familiar.
All right.
It's not enough to be not a groomer. One must be actively anti-grooming. Those who defend themselves against accusations of grooming are simply expressing groomer fragility. They harbor secret groomer traits and must be shown the ways they've benefited from a systemic grooming. Silence is violence when it comes to the grooming of children. Unless you are actively working to dismantle the systems of grooming, you are upholding the institutions that have oppressed children for centuries. It's time to listen and learn. Know better so you can do better. Get educated on this. But also don't make those of us doing this work expend any more energy than we have to by teaching you. Resources on this stuff abound. I recommend starting with the brave, politically incorrect board to see what the system of grooming looks like. It's time we stop centering groomers and work to establish anti-grooming policies and programs. I recommend a government division, the Anti-Grooming Task Force, in which unelected anti-grooming activists determine whether institutions are sufficiently anti-grooming, like a commissariat. Oh, and Christians, if your pastor isn't teaching anti-grooming sermons, you need to find a new church. He's upholding groomer supremacy is on the wrong side of history. The church has a long history of supporting or ignoring grooming. Do better, church. One last thing, maybe. I'm working on my CGT thesis. I have a lot of thoughts.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'll just say it. Public school can't be reformed. It must be defunded and dismantled. Abolition or bust. Those bringing up the Tennessee marriage bill that apparently does away with age requirements for marriage. Look, this is simply a product of the system of groomer supremacy in which most of you are active or complicit. Grooming is not R or D. It's the right side of history versus not.
Oh, Jesus.
You want me to stop? Should I continue?
I think we get the point. But
when some people hear groomer, they immediately apply a Western, individualistic lens. But they fail to realize that grooming is a systemic, structural problem deeply embedded in our ways of knowing.
Oh, God.
When I, as a critical grooming theorist, say that all progressives are groomers, I'm not saying that they personally support grooming as defined in the dictionary. No. I'm saying that they benefit politically from systems of advantage that harm children. When a progressive is offended that he's called groomer, that is a symptom of groomer fragility. He needs to sit with his discomfort and do the work to understand the lived experiences of children and detrans folk who are harmed by systemic grooming. A lot of progressives think there is a category of not groomer But there is one is either groomer or anti-groomer. Being not groomer is just a way of perpetuating systemic grooming. Grooming is one of the many interlocking systems of oppression. You cannot be anti-groomer if one is a communist. One cannot be anti-groomer if one is a feminist. To be anti-groomer is to recognize the intersection of your communist, feminist, progressive privilege.
Oh, brilliant.
Superficial change. I'm telling you, it needs to be fleshed out.
Dude,
Superficial change is insufficient. CGT shows that systemic grooming has been baked into supposedly neutral, objective ideas like expressive individualism, identity, and social justice. From our founding, dismantling it requires fundamental social transformation.
And the thing is, I don't detect any lies in the statement.
Not one.
Yeah.
The fucking reasoning is airtight, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking academic, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This person has engaged a shitload with CRT,
Bullshit.
text.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, okay. I was trying to be nice. Text, not bullshit. But yeah, bullshit. But like that language is spot on every step of the way. It is spot on. That is insane.
Well, I think this is also the reason why they are freaking out over the just extremely mild anti-grooming bill in Florida. It is a very mild bill. It does not what they think it does.
Not even close.
Yeah. It's not doing nearly enough.
Yeah,
in our
it doesn't
opinions.
Unfortunately, it doesn't do what they think it does.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it doesn't do.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, again, the thing is, and I think the reason why they're kvetching so hard over it is because they know this sentiment right here can catch very quickly and very fast with the population.
They know that because that is these are all the wording. All they're doing is replacing words and phrases.
Well, not only that, but remember
the exact same language. Otherwise,
what has almost always been the been the ignition point of a witch hunt in history?
I'm sorry, you said what has always been?
What has almost always been the trigger point of a witch hunt? Kids getting messed with. Salem witch trials. Yeah. The young girls were being bewitched. The satanic panic. The whole daycare is doing satanic rituals with toddlers, fucking with kids.
Well, the satanic panic was one odd thing. I mean, not odd.
It wasn't that far from the truth, was it? They did fucking uncover satanic ritual abuse.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there are things, of course. Yeah. But I'm talking about like the things. I'm talking about the things that like the media would have caught on to, like D&D is satanic and things like that.
No, it's just nerds wanting to escape it because Lord of the Rings movies didn't exist yet, and they wanted to be Legolas,
right? Well,
or Gimli if they're smelly.
Well, they're just fucking nerds who want to hang out and smoke weed and drink fucking Mountain Dew and eat Funyuns on a Saturday night and like listen to Led Zeppelin and play fucking D&D. But
leave them alone.
People who don't, people who don't understand, like their mothers, perhaps, especially if they get caught smoking weed, in their basement, and they're like,
well, they're looking for they're going to look for
casting spells and stuff,
Well, they're going to look for.
I got kicked out of my local game store as a teenager for smoking weed in the bathroom.
Okay, that to be honest, that is a bit of a dick move.
It was.
It's somebody else's property.
I didn't think about it like that.
He was a teenager, dude. Yeah.
I didn't consider it that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's the way it was explained to me at the time, but.
Yeah. Look, I'm sure the shop owner wouldn't have really had a problem if he just went out back to do it.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
just don't be an idiot, and if the cops come, get out of here.
Yeah. I was a retard.
I didn't know you were back there,
Yeah, I was a retard. But
yeah, I mean, you're a teenager. You got shit for brains, dude. What are you gonna do?
But moving along, I guess.
This is how it is.
Is this the other one? The other
No. The other. I wanted to break it up a little bit. So. Pedo mouse.
Yeah, you know what? I can't wait for the copyright for Mickey Mouse to expire.
It never will.
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
Assuming Disney survives, they'll likely find a way to keep it alive. But I think there is an upper limit to how long they can push it reasonably.
I don't know. I don't know dick about IP law. So.
Apparently, it's life of the author plus 70 years.
Yeah, no, I knew that part.
I mean, I'm in the camp of, look, it's 20 years after it's transferred from the original owner, is how I put it. So whether that's through their death or through them selling it, you get 20 years like you would a patent. Just have it match patent law, call it a day.
Yeah, the whole idea of intellectual property, I go back and forth on it. I don't have a solid opinion on it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's also the concept of patent law, because the thing is, in an anarchist society, if somebody comes up with, an innovative way to do something, and then the guy, and, he spent, 20 years working on this, and then, an engineer the next town over buys one of these things and then just makes it copies of it.
Well, dude, let's take ourselves back to fucking, like, the Mediterranean era. What would be stopping someone from replicating that technology? That's how fucking corded ware was spread. Someone figured out corded ware.
Oh,
yeah, someone figured out corded ware, and a whole culture spread
The whole idea of like a journeyman blacksmith, right, was to travel from place to place
learn shit.
From different
learn shit. But there was also guilds that kept things in house, trade secrets.
Not the time, not the Mediterranean era, like
palm rubbing intensifies.
So hang on. I'm not going to make an argument for or against IP, because, like I said, that's something that I'm really kind of trying to figure out for myself.
Well, also, John, do you want to know something fascinating? Do you want to know something fascinating? Almost all sewing needles only come from a handful of companies, and there's a reason why. The process for how they put the hole in the needle is a trade secret. It's never been patented.
Okay.
And that design is, and they've been able to keep it under wraps for over 100 years.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but the thing is, if you don't do a copy, if you don't do a patent, if somebody's able to then get a copy of that, it is really hard. Unless you can prove that they, violated the law in some way to get it, you're screwed. And then, the secret's out of the bag because it's going to be in a public record. So the thing is, it's a trade-off. If you want to keep something secret forever, you have to keep it secret. If you want to keep it yours forever, you've got to keep it secret. Whereas if you want to get the potential benefit of licensing or things like that, you then trade it for 20 years of it being protected. Well, it used to be like 10 or 15, but they've upped it to 20.
Yeah, I get that, and I'm not. Like I said, I haven't made up my mind on that. So that's why I'm not going to give an opinion, because I haven't made up my mind on what is right or not with IP and copyright law and stuff
Patents.
like that.
I think we should base a lot of it more off of patent law, with the exception of like trademark for like your company logo.
Yeah.
That should be something you own effectively forever.
Right.
Yeah.
So there you go. I mean, so there's nuance.
But that's the image of the company itself. Whereas individual products, after 20 years, sorry, if you patented it, it's public domain now.
I'm sorry I brought up the subject of intellectual property.
Yeah. Well,
but I just want to see more of this. I want to see this.
All in favor of seeing more of this, say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. All opposed?
I want to see more pedo mouse.
Yeah.
I want to see more pedo mouse everywhere.
Moving right along.
Make more pedo mouse.
Here you go, Mijjt. This is your other one.
This is the ultimate reply. Because I'm sure we're all familiar with the vaunted "You will never be a woman" post. This is a fake one. You will always be a groomer. You will never be able to leave the state without permission of your parole officer. Your address and photo will always be published on a sex offender registry. You must always stay at least 1,000 feet away from a public school or park. You will not look at school buses. You will stay away from children at all times. I will be contacting your parole officer to check to see if you're permitted to use the internet. Cope, see, then dilate. Keep your hands off children.
I like dilate. I've not heard that one before. I like dilate.
It's tied into the whole medical maintenance that transgenders have to do.
Okay.
Because if they don't, that wound, it's an open wound. It will close up eventually.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Dilating
Yeah.
that way, yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
like eyes dilating. Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
No,
No.
it's
I
like
guess
a
I
Very
was doing
different
this
dilating.
post.
Yeah.
I'm 13. What is this?
Yeah.
Oh
I
no,
did
we
not
destroyed
lurk
John's
more, you guys.
innocence.
I did not lurk more. No.
He's right. You should have lurked more.
Well, scooting along. Guys, we need a caption for this one.
All right,
Oh,
chat.
yeah.
We need a caption for this one. I
Mine
have a
was,
caption.
you have no idea how bad things really are.
You know, now that I look at it, I can see the face of the guy in there.
Oh God, you're right. That's fucking creepy.
That is creepy. I would put Michael Obama really let himself go.
I've come back from the dead to myself back to death.
Drink himself back to
To
death.
drink himself back.
Welcome, Saint.
Welcome back, Saint.
We will join you in your drink to death.
I might actually go down and get some whiskey after the show's done. I might fucking need it.
Yeah, dude, have a little drinky poo.
Yeah.
When you have one drinky poo, you gotta have two drinky poos. It's a lot of land.
My caption needed a lot of workshopping.
Yeah.
Remember that guy who they like recruited and were proud of, who was about dog fetishes and stuff?
Ugh.
Oh,
Don't
what?
remind me of that
I would-
fucker.
It was something along those lines. Like, this is his secretary of teaching fetishes to kids,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? This is his secretary of teaching fetishes to kids, and they're posing together. And the photograph has been colorized from 2022.
Circa 2021,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh god, that's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
That's good.
Look, guys, we know you're airbrushing everything. You could have at least airbrushed his face out.
Yeah, they could
Yeah,
have
that
done
is
his face
weird,
if they
though,
wanted
isn't
to.
it? Isn't that weird?
kind of
Like, why do they
awkward.
I mean,
do it?
normally they have like some sort of mesh there that makes it harder to see, but it's like they don't have the
I
mesh.
think they kind of do have like a thin layer of mesh there.
That
Okay,
guy
fuck
looks
it, zoom in.
scary, to be honest.
Yeah, zoom in
man.
enhance. Yeah, they got something. There's something in the way, isn't there? There's
That
gotta
guy
be.
looks scary, bro.
The fucking eyes.
That guy
Oh no,
looks
there's
scary,
not.
bro.
There's not.
There's no mesh.
Man,
What?
that is a fucking scary ass looking
That
guy.
is insane.
That
No
is like
wonder
operator.
Biden was like, "What the fuck?" When he
Yeah.
turned around and saw it.
We got videos
No
of that from
wonder.
2 angles, so save that for later.
Right.
That is-
I don't think we have it, so I'll say it. I like Clint's caption where he's like, the difference between a heroic dose of LSD and dementia is a thin line.
But I can kind of see this guy's eye. I think this guy's soul is dead.
No,
well,
this guy's
yeah,
an
no shit.
operator.
Playing the Easter Bunny at the White House. of
Yeah, because
course.
this is probably some poor fucking staffer.
No, this guy's an
Yeah.
operator. This guy's an operator. This guy's a soulless.
Oh, you think this guy's a glowy?
Yeah,
Well, he's gotta
this guy's
be.
a fucking operator.
That's why it was his job, as we'll see.
Oh,
later,
so yeah,
he's-
you don't spoil it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure most people have seen it by now, but that's fine.
MK Troll. That's the black dude from Predator.
This guy's scary. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of. He's got this insane look. Like, imagine, like, take the bunny mask away, and
Yeah.
like
1,000-yard
this
stare,
dude looks
guaranteed.
like a mug shot
Yeah.
after some kind of like
drooping,
bombing.
sunken eyes, a broken nose, and probably a crooked smile. This
Right.
guy's seen some shit. This guy's
Yeah.
fucking-
1,000-yard stare.
This guy's selling you meth under the fucking freeway. Like,
Yeah.
walk up to your car, you want some meth? That's this guy.
Yeah,
There's
so-
bags under this guy's sunken eyes.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
his nose is broken, and he's not someone you want to fuck with.
Yep, so
Moving
moving along to the first story, I guess.
Killer right there. It's a killer.
We go from one actual killer to attempted killers. Bond
Attempted
denied for
killers.
suspects in the Columbiana Center shooting.
Oh, 15 at a mall. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this the one where the one guy was like arrested for self-defense, like he was carrying a gun unlawfully or whatever?
No, this was a different one, I think. There
Oh,
were like
which
3
one
back
was
to back.
this? Which youth gang?
Oh, here we go. Never mind. No, you might be right, because the thing is, I think there were 3 people involved. So, let's see. Let's read the story. City of Columbia judge denied bond for 2 of the suspects in the center shooting. Judge Jessica
Mangum.
denied bond for Marquise Robinson and Juane Price.
Oh yeah, Juane Price. All right, so he was the guy who they arrested for unlawfully carrying a firearm.
Yeah, both men faced 9 counts of aggravated assault and battery and charge of attempted murder. Robinson unlawfully carrying of a pistol charged with not addressed.
Was not addressed. All right,
Yeah,
okay.
I think they're dropping that just because it's a minor charge in the grand scheme of things. They're just
It would be.
Yeah. The denied bond came at the request of the prosecutor from the 11th Judicial Circuit Solicitor's Office, a victim, and a victim's advocate who was present.
I thought Juane was issued bond.
Yeah.
On the fucking other charge though.
Yeah. He's still in lockup right now, probably. Okay. Prosecutor said that the shooting was a result of a conflict which dated back to 2018.
Oh, baby mama drama running back in the day.
Yeah. Robinson did not have a defense attorney.
Oh, I'm shocked.
Rep Todd Rutherford, D out of Richland, represented Price in court. Disappointed today that the bond did not work. The law it was put in place for a reason. Rutherford said that he had been 5 incident reports to the area law enforcement involving threats from the other 2 suspects or people connected to the suspects against Price and his family members before the Columbia Center shooting. My client is a good guy with a gun that defended himself.
Yeah, so this representative from Richland is saying this Price guy shot him.
He didn't do nothing.
He didn't do nothing, that's right.
Didn't do nothing.
He continued to threaten them the night, telling them they knew where his mother lived, that the same threats had been reported to law enforcement over and over and over again, documented. In 2018, Price and several other people were charged with accessory before the fact in the relation to the death of Amon Rice in May of 2018. My client's charges were no billed at the grand jury, which means the probable cause didn't even exist at the arrest. It's just... There's a reason why the police weren't getting involved. One, police are not legally required to protect you. And they shouldn't be legally required to protect you.
Should they?
No, they shouldn't. I said they shouldn't.
I was going to say.
Yeah. All they should be doing is, stopping criminals. That's the only requirement I'd have for them.
Well,
so
but we'll see if he's got the receipts, man.
He might get out on self-defense. But the thing is, I think he was the first one to start blasting. Yeah, because I think he was the first one to start blasting. And the thing is, even if you do get self-defense against the other guy in this case, if you were blasting willy fucking nilly, you will get reckless endangerment charges for everyone around.
That's a lesser charge, I think, than...
But the thing is, they can multiply that shit hardcore. If there was 20 people that could potentially be hit, that's 20 charges.
Yeah, that's why fucking the law is such bullshit, dude. Because it's like it's Monday morning quarterbacking, right? It's fucking.
Well, yeah. I mean, I see from before. The problem is if you have somebody. Look, if you have somebody, coming at you and you're defending yourself with a gun, and you fucking mag dump willy fucking nilly, and it starts going into a crowd. I'm sorry. You need better situational awareness, buddy. I'm sorry.
No, I get it. Yeah. I get that.
But if it's a situation where, it's an empty street, you and the other guy, and then somebody just happens to come around the corner just as you fire, at that point, no, you can't anymore your quarterback. The guy just walked around the corner at that moment. And, bullets skip nearby him. And it's one of those things like, well, fuck, Jesus. It's basically what should be the person who defends themselves. So sorry about that. Didn't see you there. You okay? Got it. Okay. That's what it should be. Right. No harm, no foul. And if they do get hit, say, look, I'll cover the medical bills. That's my bad for not double checking.
Well, certainly some recompense.
Yeah, recompense. Things like that.
That's when you're talking about the civil.
Yeah, the civil side versus the criminal side. Yeah, you basically, you would make an agreement on the civil side, saying, look, I'll cover his medical expenses.
Right.
He's requesting prosecutors drop the charges.
Criminal.
Yeah.
liability
Yeah.
you might
Yeah.
face
Yeah.
should
Right,
you
like,
Yeah.
take
yeah,
negligent
exactly.
action, or go beyond stopping the threat,
Yeah.
and to
Yeah.
pursuing or
Look,
firing in
when it comes to
willfully
self-defense,
negligent manner,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
you also open yourself up to that civil liability so
Yeah.
that you can be sued by the victim's family
Yeah.
for
Mhm.
your
What was
negligence.
Well,
Yeah.
you don't even. Well, the thing is, even if you get off on the self-defense argument, you can't call them the victim anymore. It actually makes it really hard to sue if you get declared not guilty, because at that point, the law sees the person you shot as the aggressor, even in civil court.
It's legally recognized.
Yeah, there's a reason why they're not suing Rittenhouse right now. And the thing is, guys,
Well,
if you want to see good self-defense,
Yeah.
the Rittenhouse is a masterclass.
Oh my God, for real.
He
really
could have
is.
gotten away with a hell of a lot more.
Way more.
Yeah.
He
But-
was
yeah.
exceptionally
Yeah.
disciplined under pressure.
Yeah.
He did exactly what you're supposed to do. He only ever hit who he intended to hit.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh my God, like the leftist version of what every, quote unquote MAGA chud
Yeah.
thinks they are, right? The Rambo moment of like,
No.
I'm going to take out everybody around me and no
No.
innocents.
The vast majority of the people that actually, the MAGA people that know self-defense, they'll shoot and scoot if they absolutely have to. They'll try to get away from the situation while dealing with the direct oncoming threats.
No, I'm talking about like the leftist
Yeah,
interpretation.
leftist interpretation is
of MAGA
Rambo
chud.
M60s in both arms, gunning down a
Exactly.
crowd of people that are just trying to give him flowers.
Exactly, and but no, I mean, the point is though that Kyle did everything exactly right.
Yeah.
That's why his case was so solid.
Yeah.
There was just nothing there.
Yeah,
Just
in a
absolutely
reasonable
nothing.
and just world, the prosecutors would have said, "Look, there's nothing here. You're free to go, Mr. Rittenhouse."
Right.
And
That's
another
what
thing
it's
he
still
did
worth my
right.
time.
Yeah, yeah,
But it was
And
so
another
highly
thing he did right
politicized that like
was
They cut
he
out-
didn't shoot any black people either.
yeah.
That really
That's not
worked
what I
in his
heard.
favor.
Well, he
I heard
shot
he
at
just-
one of them that was trying to curb stomp him.
What I heard was that Kyle Rittenhouse went over. His mom drove him over state lines with his gun, and then he just like fired indiscriminately into a crowd of black people and murdered like 28 of them.
No,
And then he got
Same
off
thing.
because
Yeah.
our system is white supremacist.
Yeah.
So it's
Even though
absolutely
he's Hispanic.
insane. Right.
The same thing.
yeah. So
Yeah, that's what I heard.
moving along to the next one. This one I think you guys enjoy a little bit. Florida judge voids U.S. mask mandate for planes, other travel.
That's right. She stepped beyond her bounds as a strong,
Yeah.
empowered woman.
So she is no longer a strong, empowered woman. She is now
That's
a
right,
Trump
because she's a
handmaiden.
tool of Donald Drumpfler.
That's right.
She was an
Well-
appointment of Donald Drumpfler, therefore she's not responsible for her ruling. No, it's
No.
the Orange Man.
The Orange Man, who is still bad. Years on, is still bad.
Living
More
rent
how much
free
you try.
in our heads as the baddest man.
Yeah. I mean,
The
Jesus,
bad.
his real estate empire's got to be the biggest in the world. All of that space in people's heads.
It's bad, dude.
Yeah.
It's Russian and stuff.
Yeah. So
Come on, man. Also, Atlantic City. God, I mean, come on.
yeah.
Like, it's just so dumb, dude. Oh my god.
But yeah, and the thing is, the judge is only doing it kind of after LAX did it, of all places. Fifth largest passengers by volume. I think fifth largest in the
Only
world.
fifth?
Yeah, it's the fifth
Only
largest in the
fifth?
world.
Oh, the world.
In the
Oh, that
world,
makes
yeah.
sense.
In the U.S.,
Okay,
it's
that
like
makes
one or
sense.
two.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
that's much higher
Yeah.
in the U.S. In the world, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, because there's some pretty big airports out there.
Of course, yeah, no, absolutely.
Shanghai, Beijing are pretty massive.
Heathrow Airport,
yeah, Heathrow.
London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, basically, as I said, they're coming to an end because they can't maintain it anymore. And I think they're seeing what's happening in China and realizing, well, we can't do this again.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because we're seeing that apparently the White House or whatever, the administration is considering challenging the turnover of the mask mandate, quote unquote, if the CDC recommends it.
Yeah, the CDC is going to not recommend it.
We
Fucking
hope so.
cucks.
We'll see. I want you to be right. I would because especially after
No, the problem is they burned
year,
so much of their public trust. They keep pushing this. It's a guaranteed loss, and the CDC gets
We're all
defunded.
huffing the
I
hopium
hope you're
again.
right.
So.
I hope you're right.
But yeah, this is kind of a
Huffing the
continue
opium
one.
again.
Flyers, subway riders, shed masks. Feel free to burn them. Mijjt, you like this one?
St. Petersburg. I've got a vacation house there.
Yep. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Do what?
Well, let me go ahead and pull this one up then. One second,
dude.
because I'll
Oh,
read
yeah.
from it. I had the other one pulled up. Sorry, I thought that other one was next. Let's see. This is
You're good, dude. We can wait a little bit.
that's stakeholder action. That's the one I'm looking at.
No, Ed,
Yeah.
we're not going to play anything from you without previewing it first. Because you're going to try and get us taken off the air. So, no.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's going to be some kind of ridiculous shit.
Yeah. No.
To
Okay.
get us kicked off.
I mean,
No.
if I absolutely have to, I can put us back to the starting soon screen.
No.
Where there'll be no audio?
No, it's
Here's
fine.
the part
It's
that I
fine.
liked about this.
I'm good.
Here's the part that I liked about this.
You should have. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Major airlines and airports in places like Dallas, Atlanta, Los Angeles, and SLC quickly switched to a mask optional policy. All right, get these cities: New York City, Chicago, Los Angeles, and Connecticut, the whole state, continued to require them on mass transit. So that's New York City, Chicago, LA, and Connecticut. But the economy is Republicans' fault, right?
Yeah.
Right, of course, yes.
But a host of other cities ditched their mandates, even though the CDC continued to recommend masking on transportation. Brooke Tansley,
Oh,
a
God.
television producer and
fuck.
former Broadway performer,
They're the whitest name on the planet.
boarded a flight with her 4-year-old and 8-month-old baby, neither old enough to be vaccinated, only to learn that the mask mandated had ended mid-flight.
Oh, no.
Here we are, quote, "Here we are, trapped in the sky with our 8-month-old unmasked baby." Parenthetically, you can't even actually mask a baby that young.
That's fucking child abuse, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Even when they're older. Fun fact.
Yeah.
Even when they're older.
Yeah.
You don't put a muzzle on your child, dude. Stop. God damn it. I've had enough people put leashes on them. Like, that's not muzzle dog. You know what you might want them to be.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Isn't this great?
Fuck.
Under the supposition that everyone who can be masked would be masked. And the Flight 325 crew has taken our choices away from us, she said in a tweet. Very, very angry about this.
In a tweet. She said in a tweet. Fuck
honey, if you're worried
you.
about pathogens, you can buy proper PPE fairly cheaply that actually works. You're going to look ridiculous,
Doesn't
but
matter.
it works.
Dude, irrelevant. The whole point is what they're... God damn it. No, the whole point is like, look, they're taking their choices away from us. They're taking our choices away from us.
A mandate.
By not mandating it, you are taking my choice away from me. Do you see what I'm saying with this?
It's
like, this kind of
completely
double
twisted
speak?
fucking logic.
This
No
kind of-
self-awareness,
this
no
kind-
understanding.
Right. That's the thing. Right?
They will not survive any disaster, real
No, of course
disaster.
Of course not.
They'll
Of
be
course
dead
not.
within hours.
Right, absolutely. But no, the point is, though, look at the language, though. The language is super important. Right? It's they're taking their choices away from us. Why? Because her choice is to be masked. That means that everyone must be masked. Right? This is the thing, I talked about this earlier today on that fucking same, I keep bringing it up, the same Twitter thread about choices.
Yeah.
Right? Why did it... To them, everything is either mandatory or it's banned. There's no in between.
Yeah.
It's either like you have to do this or you cannot do this. There's no like, oh well, I can wear a mask if I want to and everything's fine. That's not the case. It's I am now not allowed to wear a mask because it's not mandated.
Because I have fucking reserves of masks from all that shit from a while. If I ever actually get sick and have to go out, I'll wear the mask, just like the Japanese do. And the Koreans and the Chinese.
God damn it, Seawell,
Shit.
you would cite Japan.
And the
Well,
reason
good
is...
point, John. I'm glad you're enjoying this.
There
because
is evidence.
This is why I posted this story.
Yeah.
Because I knew you would... This is what I'm talking about. There's a couple other things I want to cover in this story before we move on.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is there is evidence that if you're actively symptomatic, the mask does reduce infectivity range, and hey, it's a great way to signal to the rest of society saying, hey, I'm not feeling well, you may want to step back.
I don't know. I don't like the idea of treating the people around me like they're diseased rodents.
Well,
that really sticks in my craw, and I can't do it. I would rather get sick than treat someone else around me as if they're a diseased rodent, or that they want to, or for them to treat me as a diseased rodent, right? Like, and I'm not saying that you think that way. I'm not saying that you know.
No,
like
I'm just trying to be courteous, saying, look, I'm sick. When I'm sick, I try to stay in my house as much as possible.
Yeah.
Just because I'm sick.
Of course. You stay home, right?
Yeah.
Of course, and if you can,
It's like you're a responsible individual.
Yeah, and I said if I absolutely have to go out, I'm going to the store probably to pick up food and medicine.
You're like almost like a responsible individual who wouldn't go to McDonald's or Walmart in pajamas and a shower cap.
No,
and fluffy.
I would
slippers.
shower before, put on regular clothes. Probably a jacket because I got
thank
chills.
you. Moving on. There's just a couple things I want to hit on this before we.
Let's do that. Let's hit on these other things.
Yeah.
And that is Portland, Oregon joined Atlanta, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., and Kansas City, Missouri, and making masking optional. Yeah. Now get this. We know our riders have mixed feelings about the mandate ending, Portland's public transit agency posted on social media. We ask everyone to be respectful of others as we adjust to this change. John, do you remember how respectful to others those who wore masks were? How respectful they were of others who didn't? Remember how respectful we were being of unmasked individuals?
Oh, we were so respectful.
We were being so respectful, John.
The other thing is in Florida, it was different. Because in Florida, people actually tend to mind their own business for the most part.
Because in Florida, you will get fucking shot.
Right.
Same with Texas.
Leveled. In Texas as well. In a lot of places in Texas, I'm sure. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. But I'm talking about my personal experience. Nobody ever approached me for not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Not once.
Not here in Florida.
I never had a sideways glance.
Yeah.
You might get one.
Because you never know in Florida who has a little Florida man inside them and what might make that come out.
John, the answer is all of you. There's a reason why I advocate for a space laser to cut Florida off from the rest of the nation.
Everyone in Florida has a little Florida man in him. It's just what makes that come out.
Yeah.
And you never know what that's going to be.
Well, I know universally what it is. Bath salts. Bath salts universally brings it out.
Yeah, of course, but I'm saying not everyone uses bath salts, though, right? So
I'm not saying that this is what everyone does. I'm just saying that that's the instant Florida man button.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Absolutely.
Hell, it turns people from other states into Florida man effectively.
I was going to say that's actually the initiation ritual when you move to Florida. You have to do bath salts to get that Florida man inside of you, and then it just lies dormant until it doesn't. And then that's when you make the news, right? So,
one day, John will be hanging out with me here in Texas, and suddenly he goes fucking Florida man on my ass, and I've got to, deal with it.
Dude, I don't know if you can. I'm gonna throw like a gator out of my ass. It's just gonna be insane. Who knows what's gonna happen?
And then suddenly 8 of my neighbors just appear with revolvers and just fill both you and the gator full of lead. That's how Texas works.
I mean, we'll see what happens, dude. Florida man versus Texas man. We'll see what happens. Who knows?
Well, I mean,
Well,
Texas is
right.
the state where you keep getting the stories of, robber pulls knife in store, gets shot by every customer in store.
Yeah.
We're
that's
that
one
state.
thing.
Also
Okay,
Oklahoma, but they're our
Florida
Northern
is the state-
Territory.
Florida is a state where a man robbed a Wendy's with an alligator.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, okay. But the thing is, that guy is causing a crime. Our people are preventing it.
Hang on. But you don't know, by me saying that, you don't know if I'm talking about the man robbed Wendy's like with an alligator as an accomplice.
Right.
Or was the
Did
alligator
the
a
alligator
weapon?
drive the getaway car? Like,
No. I saw this video. He yeeted the gator through the fucking window.
Right,
yeah,
so
and then he proceeded to fucking rob the place while the gator held everyone hostage.
Right. You don't know that off the top. You don't know whether the gator was an accomplice or was
Right,
cool.
the gator was like, fuck around and I'll bite your ass. Yo, hurry up and empty the register, bro.
I don't think the gator has the intelligence. I think the gator's just like, what the fuck? I'm not in water. If you get near me, I'm biting.
No, the gator knows, dude. You feed it enough meth, it'll figure it out, dude. I'm just saying, like, the meth gator cavalry is undefeated, and I don't see it being defeated anytime soon. I'm just saying, meth gators, dude.
But they have a high internal attrition rate, though.
I think that's about all I want to make fun of here.
We
Honestly,
gotta move
I've scrolled
on.
through
I think
the
we're
rest,
losing.
and there's some funny bits, but it's not worth our time.
Well,
the rest
so,
of it.
something
It's
that's
just
worth a
not
little,
it.
just a little bit of our attention, not a lot. Colin
I just thought
Kaepernick
that-
sits for rare interview, pleads for NFL opportunity, even backup QB. The NFL is supposed to be a meritocracy. Yeah, you were a pretty
Can we
shitty
just
quarterback in the
Take
end.
a second to fucking appreciate
Right.
that for a moment.
Right. It's like,
Yeah.
pleads for them for opportunity, even backup QB. The NFL is supposed to be a meritocracy. Well, I wonder why you're on top of that. I mean, you are actually being in the NFL. First of all, you are at the top.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't get higher than the NFL.
And
There's no
seriously,
higher
like,
league.
not NFL doesn't even compare to the fucking
Right.
NFL.
Oh yeah. The thing is, there's not even
Not even
there's not even clubs for football in the U.S.
Right, but that's it. If you're
I
in
mean,
NFL,
the
you
closest
have
that
made it.
exists is the Canadian Football League. Yes, it exists. It's where the
I'm sure
almost
that-
good
but-
enough college players go for a couple of years in the vain hope that NFL picks them up.
Sure, but
Yeah.
like no. But no, the point is that you can't get higher.
No.
than the
You're on the
NFL.
top.
That's it.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
won the meritocracy.
Yeah.
Now you have to establish your position amongst that
Oh yeah.
elite group. But like you've made it to the NFL, you've gone as high as you can go in that position that you're playing.
Yeah.
You cannot go higher than the NFL. There's no like World League technically, right? There's no like
Some poor Jew decided to pay you millions of dollars to play on that field for a whole year, and you know what? You pissed it away. You
Right.
believed
Oh, yeah.
in something, and it cost you everything. You
Well, also, Quest is reminding us he had a negative QB rating the last 2 years of his career. He had maybe a year before they benched him.
whatever, dude.
right.
Let him
Look what
sit.
Saints is saying. Saints
Yeah.
making a great point. He equated the NFL to slave auctions. I wouldn't hire the little fuckstick. Anyway,
Exactly.
but like
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Exactly. Like,
going
if you
purely
do
on the
that,
stats,
you're
you're not in the meritocracy anymore. You're well past your prime. You're not Tom Brady.
Oh,
Right.
you
But not
guys
even
know
that,
as
not
well
even
as I do. You guys know as well as I do that
Yeah.
many people beg for slavery these days.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, dude! They can't wait to be slaves. They're trying to like. First of all, they don't already know that they're fucking slaves on a tax plantation, but also they're begging to be even more of slaves. They're like, no, hang on, our chains are not tight enough. Like we need more chains. We need to be dragging more metal through the fields while we're making you money. Like it's fucking retarded, and people are fucking stupid. And
Look,
goddamn
guys,
it, I hate
we
them.
get it. You're into BDSM in the bedroom. You don't have to do it in public
Yeah.
as well.
But, right, I didn't consent to your fetish. Fuck
No.
off.
Yeah.
I did not consent to your fetish.
Yeah.
Fuck off. No. Don't do no. I don't want to be tax cattle. I don't want to fucking have all these other restrictions on me. No. Go away. God damn it.
Yeah, well, scooting along to one of the mainline articles, I would call it. Meet the woman behind libs of TikTok, secretly fueling the rights outrage machine. I don't want to dig too deep into this because I believe there is some of her information in this.
No,
Yeah, we don't want to. We're not
yeah.
going to spread any
I'll
information.
scroll through. I'll hit a
Yeah.
couple of points.
I won't scroll
that,
down,
again,
audience.
I wanna highlight.
Midget will serenade us with his voice.
All right.
Right.
Quote: Libs of TikTok is basically acting as a wire service for the broader right-wing media ecosystem, said Ari Drennan,
Oh, Jesus.
LGBTQ programmer director for Media Matters.
My God, dude. I'm sorry, but like the nudisting is fucking real, dude. I don't understand.
Well,
God damn it.
the author
The
of the
progressive
article.
one. It's quote, it's been shaping policy in a real way and get this, affecting teachers' ability to feel safe in their classroom.
This is another thing. That's another thing that the left uses often. They're making you feel less safe, or they can't feel safe. Right. This is very very much. I don't know what anyone's thoughts on not Lindsey Graham. God damn it, I'm fucking retarded. James Lindsay. When he did. What was the book he did? Fuck. I'm losing it now. God damn it. Anyway, so in one of his books, he talks about like the idea of safetyism,
Yeah.
right? And like safetyism is taking over like American culture, and that we no longer view freedom or liberty as a high priority. It is now safetyism. And now everything has to be safe, and it's everyone's responsibility to make sure that everyone else feels safe, regardless of the consequences that it has on.
Well, they're going to lose
freedom.
all that safety very quickly. Because the
No,
thing
of
is,
course they are.
because the thing is,
but what I'm saying is that's what these people are still going on about is safetyism, right? So we're this the consequence of this thing, whatever this thing is, X, makes people feel less safe. Therefore, it is bad, right? So they don't provide facts on like, okay, who is it making feel less like who specifically? And even if it does,
the thing is,
there's like one or two fucking examples of
also
somebody being
in
like,
those
"I feel
situations, a lot
less
of times,
safe."
like, no, what they're doing is not something they should feel safe in doing. If you're a public school teacher, if you are, being a public school teacher, hell, I think every one of those classrooms should be actively recorded, live streamed to the parents
I'm down
at
for
all
that.
times.
I'm down for that, especially for public schools.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. But like that's not the point, right?
Yeah.
That makes them feel less safe, though, right?
Well, then,
So, therefore,
what was it?
that's bad.
I don't like this chestnut because the thing is, it's an authoritarian one. But what was it? Only the guilty have something to hide. But the thing is, it fits in this case.
Yeah.
If the parents watching you while you're teaching their kids make you feel unsafe, then clearly you are doing something wrong. I understand the concept of a teacher being nervous because they don't want to fuck up or be seen as a bad teacher. That's not feeling not safe. That's just feeling like, a little insecure, a little nervous.
No, of course.
Yeah.
And I can sympathize with that feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
But
I can sympathize with that.
But the thing is, if you show that you are trying,
I just
a lot of parents are actually very forgiving. They're like,
Sure.
and if you ask them, say, hey, what do you think of my performance? We thought you did okay, and if you,
the thing would be, like communication with the teacher and the parent.
Mm-hmm.
So the parent could feel free to go to the teacher and say, hey, what did you mean when you said?
Yeah.
Deal with that.
Exactly.
And like the teacher being able to respond and be like, okay, here's what I was talking about.
Well, scroll down to 20% while you're talking.
Is it safe? 20%. Is it safe?
20%.
All
right. Well, keep going. What you guys were talking about. Just keep going.
Yeah. So no. My whole point was though that like if there's a communication between teacher and parent, those like out of context like like misunderstandings of what am I actually talking about as a teacher versus what the parent hears.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's active communication between the two, that's going to happen a lot less often.
Exactly.
If you as a teacher are willing to be like, no, I'm going to answer your email from the
Mm-hmm.
from the parent, and I'm going to say no, this is what I was actually kind of talking about. I was trying to get them along this way, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Here is a literal clip from the webcam in the classroom with audio, the minutes before and after that statement that is being taken out of context.
Right, exactly.
Because again, teachers, if you record your classroom, guess what?
it's a cover your ass moment.
It's why a lot of cops are actually getting very pro body camera these days.
I also agree with cops having body cameras because it's more likely to hold them accountable.
Well,
Same
not
with
just that, but it
teachers.
also holds the public accountable because it turns out a lot of the use of force complaints, people just trying to get out of tickets.
No, absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean,
I think it was actually I think they actually found it was the vast majority.
that's a totally
Well,
different thing
all right.
than what I'm talking about. But
Anyway.
yeah. Anyway,
So
but the point is though that public officials, if you are acting in the capacity as a
agent
government
of the
employee,
state.
right, as an agent of the state, you do not have privacy laws during those times.
No.
Right? When you go home, whatever, fine, do whatever you
Yeah.
want. I don't give a fuck. When you're acting as an agent of the state, you do not have privacy laws. That is the whole point of like the Fifth Amendment. That's the whole point of any of these things is like transparency
Mhm.
with the government to the quote unquote people, as if we fucking matter. As if we're united as the people, right? But that's a whole different fucking ballgame.
Yeah.
but,
Rabbit hole we don't want to go
the
down
point
because
is
we don't
that,
have the time for it.
that's fine.
So,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Move on.
Yep. So
Yeah,
Mijjt,
we
there was
pretty
something in
much
here you
pissed
wanted
on this article.
Yeah.
She goes ahead and she fucking profanes this lady's character, Majo Rogan. She talks about all of the stuff that she said under her private name, and how like her previous meme accounts didn't really take off, but then Majo Rogan and Matucker Carlson began featuring content straight from libs of TikTok on air, with Carlson urging his viewers to follow it, quote, before it's banned if you want to know what may be happening in your child's school, end quote.
Mhm.
Oh
the
my
horror.
lord.
The horror,
Yeah, the horror.
dude.
All right, so
Wow.
check this out. As the account has grown in prominence, she has taken steps to obscure her identity. Wow, really?
It's almost like you would have done this
person's
if
been
you
running an anonymous account online, trying to stay anonymous. Gee, you think so?
Right.
Fucking, you post-wall Yenta princess.
Moving along. Emergency
Right
eject.
up.
Emergency eject. DeSantis.
Hateful, bitter.
Florida considers action as Twitter
Fuck you.
stakeholder after Elon Musk's takeover bid rejected. DeSantis says Florida pension fund among shareholders awaiting Musk's next move in Twitter takeover bid. Gee, it's almost like the poison pill is violating the fiduciary duties.
That's exactly what Ron DeSantis is saying.
Yeah.
There's also one part that, that's what he said. During a news conference Tuesday in the Villages, lawyers are reviewing what the state might be able to do to hold the Twitter board of directors accountable for, quote, accountable for breaching their fiduciary duty by not selling at 30% over value.
20%, 30%. It's kind of balanced between 15 and 30.
So, but
Twitter
here's the
stock has
quote that I
gone-
really wanted to feature. I don't want to expend resources just to kind of be able to send out a press release or something. But I can tell you, just looking at it, most of the time people I talk to would say if you're on the board in that situation, you really need to sell. It's a massive return for your shareholders. Quote, they rejected it because they know they can't control Elon Musk. They know that he will not accept the narrative and that their little play toy of Twitter, it would not be used to enforce orthodoxy and to basically prop up the regime and these failed legacy media outlets And so that's why they did it. It was not in my judgment because it wasn't a good business deal. End quote.
God damn, dude. Like, why stop making me like politicians? Fucking stop. Stop it. Stop it.
Just give in, John.
Fuck, dude.
Just give in to the
Stop.
minarchy. Come back. We still can throw you the safety line and pull you out of the insanity.
No.
We can still save you.
No.
But we have cookies.
No. Stop making me like politicians. Knock it the fuck off. God damn it.
So that's pretty much the only worthwhile thing in this whole fucking article.
Yeah,
So
is what DeSantis has to say about
not
it.
a very flattering picture, by the way.
Like, god damn it, dude. I don't want... Stop. Like,
Well,
stop making
since
me like
John is
politicians.
getting overloaded, let's move on to the videos.
God damn it. All right, let's do it. Yeah. Okay, so let's give some context before we start playing the video. See, well,
Okay.
what we have here is supreme ninja skills by a cat.
Yeah.
Let's see this cat avoid attack.
Yep.
Let's do it.
He's just chilling. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. God damn it. Boom.
Boom. Yeah.
Wall
Right
kick,
off
bitch.
the wall. Look at this.
Fucking parkour that
wall
shit.
kick. Boom. Off the wall, and the cat goes
See, this
down.
is his roof. He knows his roof
knows.
very well.
Yeah.
You're
You can't
100%
get at him
right.
on his roof.
Yeah.
You're 100% right, Midget. He knows.
This is his
shit.
castle. Don't fuck
That's
with him in
his
his
shit.
castle.
Man, don't fuck with him. He's gonna send you down to the or whatever the fuck
The ground
shadow
level.
realm.
Yeah.
He sends you to the shadow realm. Look at that.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Shadow
son.
realm.
You ain't get back
Fucking
up there.
parkoured that shit, man.
You're done, dude.
Yeah.
Get the
So,
fuck out of here.
and here's the next one. Oh, this one is dedicated to Katie Zed.
Oh,
And-
this
And
is
more
Katie
evidence
Zed?
that she's right
Yeah.
about a certain amendment that is in double digits.
right.
What'd you say?
The old one. 87, 89, 91. Get the new gas.
Do you think that that's the year that the gas was from?
Yeah.
Oh no. She gets to vote. This white democracy is a bad fucking idea.
This was
Not
the
just
19th was a
not
bad
just
idea.
women, not just women, but democracy in general. Because there are stupid men too, and fuck them. They don't need to control me. Like, fuck democracy. This person gets to vote. Look at this person.
Dude, so does people like Max Boot. Max Boot
Yeah.
gets a vote.
Right. They all get to fucking vote. Fuck voting, dude. Fuck democracy. Stop it. It's not cool. It's not good. Stop it. Just stop.
It is disastrous.
Fuck.
Well, moving on to something from our buddy Coverdale.
The Industrial
we
Revolution
said
and its
Coverdale.
consequences
Yeah,
have
dude.
been disastrous for the human race.
It's true.
Yeah. But one advantage is if they start replacing soldiers with these, one good hacker boy can shut down an entire army.
Yeah, and then we get free rifles.
We get free fucking dogs with rifles.
Well, yeah, that too. But like,
Yeah.
I just want the rifle. I don't want the dog. I just want the rifle. I can't feed.
Oh no
it.
no! What they'll do is this is just a test model. They'll develop weapons that a human can't wield that go for these things.
Well,
Whatever,
this
dude, you
could,
pick that motherfucker up, dude. It's not gonna be that heavy. Come on, that's what 20 pounds maybe. You pick that.
No.
motherfucker
This
up,
is an
and
early
then you got a rifle
prototype.
in your
It's a
hand.
lot smaller.
And the
The
legs
final
go
model will be,
crazy.
probably about 5 or 6 feet tall, weigh about a ton.
No,
It'll be a fucking Terminator bot.
fuck them.
Yeah.
well, recoil mitigation.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Recoil mitigation could use some work.
Yeah. Again, this is more a proof of concept than
The
anything.
Claymore Roomba is a great fucking defense against this sort of thing. I'm just saying.
It can only be
Not
used
that
once,
anyone
though.
should do that. Not that anyone should do that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that if you were going to counter that, that might be a way to go about it.
Yeah, but the Claymore Roomba can be used
hypothetically.
once.
Yeah.
And Claymores are pretty
Yeah.
rare.
I mean, be used once is I think is subjective. Well, anyway,
Moving on.
here. Yeah, moving on. To based base Chinese granny here. Kung Fu Master 8th degree.
He won't be
Trying to get a
tested.
PCR test.
Yep.
She's
He's
like,
super chilling.
He's like, what the fuck do I do?
she's like Uncle from Jackie Chan Adventures.
Oh God.
Oi, Jackie!
Oh God, I forgot that show existed. It's been so long.
Jackie! Teapot!
Yeah, I forgot that show existed.
Dude, it's been so long since I've seen that show, but oh my God, it was
That's
so
what,
good.
late 90s, early 2000s? No, I think it was mid 2000s.
2000s,
Early
yeah.
mid 2000s. God,
Dude,
that
it was on.
God, that's back during the Justice League era when there was the cool Justice League cartoon.
It was.
That's my fucking childhood, man.
I remember specifically, it was on WB Kids immediately after Yu-Gi-Oh on Saturday
Oh God,
mornings.
Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember I actually
Yes.
watched some of that recently.
I did. I've watched a lot of it recently. Like that. I watched. At
That
least
is anime,
the-
you know.
I'm
Not Jackie Chan
mad.
Adventures, Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's shonen.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically it's anime. It's American as fuck. But like,
If you're
It's shonen.
not the more recent cuts of it, the more recent cuts are a lot more faithful to the original Japanese.
okay, I mean,
Yeah.
I've only seen what was on WB Kids, so there's that.
Not involved. Miss me with that anime shit.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
So like, this was American as fuck. So
well,
yeah,
this is
there you
also
go.
American as fuck.
Yeah, Jackie Chan. That show was great.
Yeah.
That shit was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Then this was.
Man breaks in a cop car while cops are inside the car.
We would like to know we're fairly sure this is fake.
I'm like 98% sure that this is fake. Look at this fucking shit. That window is not nearly dark enough to where this dude doesn't see it. And they're so much calmer than they should be.
Yeah.
Don't do
Well, you know what I mean? Like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, like
There's no way.
this
And then like, look at this dude overacting.
Yeah.
He's overacting out there.
Yeah.
Like, he really is overacting.
and you know it took him a while to get that much tape on the window.
And then,
In the first
yeah,
place.
he's got way too much tape.
Excuse me, sir. Hey, how?
And then
Still funny.
it's funny, but like
Yeah.
that's fake as
Yeah.
fuck, bro.
Fake,
That's
but, you
fake.
know.
That's super fake, dude.
That's them with one of the off-duty
Fake.
cops just fucking around in the parking lot.
Right.
Yeah.
And they just got like their black friend,
Yeah.
the one.
No,
black
I'm
friend they have.
Well, actually, a weird fact: blacks are overrepresented in American police.
That is not. I don't think that's American police. I think that was Canadian, but I'm not
No,
sure
I think
why.
these are American.
I can't
Shall
see
we?
the patch on his arm.
Well,
I'm not
scooting
sure what
along.
the patch on his arm is.
Milwaukee, yeah.
It's in Milwaukee.
Yep.
Oh, it's in Milwaukee. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Scoot along to the next one. Ooh. So this is what's called a lithium fire, kids. It's called a Class D fire or a metal fire. You cannot stop them. You just let them burn. So, who wants to light your car?
Yeah, lithium's pretty highly reactive.
Yeah. So, who wants to electric cars? Is this selling electric cars to you guys?
Good deal.
That your car can become a fucking rocket ship at a moment's notice?
I mean, it happens a lot.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it really does happen fairly frequently.
Oh, yeah.
Teslas will burn, like, in the parking garage and, like,
Yeah.
compromise the whole fucking underground parking structure because
Oh, yeah.
this lithium fire burned in a raging inferno, and it leaves a hulk of a car, you know, or in
Not
the
only that,
street.
but the smoke coming off this is exceptionally nasty. It is
Oh,
far
yeah, very
worse
toxic.
than a gasoline and oil fire
Very
with rubber and
toxic.
plastic. Because the rubber and plastic's still in this.
Yep, that's the battery pack. That's the
Yeah.
whole battery pack.
Going up. Oh, that's natural gas bus? Oh.
No.
That's burning a little too hot for it to be natural gas.
The batteries stay on top.
Yeah.
Yep, the batteries stay on top.
Yeah.
That is a highly reactive lithium battery.
Yeah,
pack.
because that look. I've seen the smaller battery packs. They go up almost exactly like this.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
looks like.
Yeah, it's burning too quick to be natural gas. Natural
And
gas
it
wouldn't be spreading as
basically-
well.
It swells,
Yeah.
doesn't it? It swells and
Well, if
bursts
overcharged.
through at a certain point.
Yeah, if
which
you
ignites.
overcharge it, it'll swell, burst through, then it spreads. Because once one
What it
battery
looks like
fails,
to
it,
me-
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What it looks like to me is like there's some kind of gas or something venting constantly.
Exactly, it's a
that is
venting.
also catching fire.
okay,
at the same time.
J. Edgar. Look, I'm gonna go J. Edgar. That this is a natural gas bus.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. It
Yeah,
looks like
I think that smoke's a little too dark to be
venting the
lithium,
gas.
but
that is catching fire at the same time. That's really what
Yeah.
it seems like to me. I don't,
Yeah.
but I'm not fucking retarded. I don't know anything about fires or like how they operate. So
well,
I'm not
also
trying to be
Quest
an
Fanning.
expert, but
It
That's what
doesn't.
it looks like.
The thing is, the reason why electric cars are getting into fewer accidents is because there are so few of them. There's not enough
Well,
of a
yeah, that
sample
makes-
size. If
makes
and the
sense.
thing is, there are ways to somewhat protect the battery packs, but if one of those cells gets punctured, and they didn't make sure that each compartment is separated, which massively increases the cost and reduces the amount of batteries you can store in it, because every
Yeah.
little bit of space helps with those batteries.
of course.
And because once that thing spreads, you're not getting out of that car. If it spreads fast enough, you're fucking barbecue. There's only one chemical apparently that can stop this stuff, but it is so acidic it will basically it will consume the metal, plastic, human
I love our
flesh.
chat. We don't acknowledge our chat enough. Our chat is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you guys know. We need to like,
You can have multiple points on a large enough battery as it spreads.
that's not what was funny, but yeah.
Moving along.
But yeah, no, I mean, like what Katie said was Ed saying actually,
Yes,
shit like that.
Actually,
Yeah. So you,
So,
and you fucking move your glasses to the top of your head,
yeah. Well, this next one's a little bit of context is just is a cop in a high-speed pursuit dodging bullets.
Pig living to serve another day, I suppose.
Calm as fuck through the process.
956
Okay.
shots fired.
Fair enough.
He shot one through the back window. Still pointing the gun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Saint's caption for his evidence. Trust me, guys, I'm a mechanic. But we do believe you, yeah. Yeah, that smoke's was a lot darker than what was it? Yeah, smoke was a lot darker than lithium smoke, which is usually white.
That was retarded. By himself?
So, yeah,
I don't see any other
second one
cops
around
around
to the
maybe
front
the shop, I can't tell. But like,
He's still
he's the
continuing
only
to
one.
fire.
Why is he trying to make a difference? Why is he trying to stop the car at all?
Yeah. But yeah, you'll see here on the windshield, a couple rounds went through the windshield of his car.
What's a TV up? I'm not.
Oh, it's another term for a pit maneuver.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but pit has a specific definition. Like a pit is pit maneuver, like capital P-I-T.
TBI, TBI,
There's that
TBI.
enough time. There's that trans vehicle inspection. I don't fucking know. What a TBI is.
Well, check the video that I linked.
Okay,
for
got it.
fucking
Okay.
short.
The pit maneuver, pursuit intervention technique, or TVI, tactical vehicle intervention. It's the interchangeable term.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
that's
It's different terms based on the department.
Your own
Yeah.
for a TBI.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. They're one and the same. It's just different terms for
A
the
pit
same
maneuver
thing.
usually requires at least one other car.
No, the pit can be done with one
car.
vehicle. You're probably thinking of a different maneuver.
Maybe.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure a pit maneuver is usually not the acronym represents another
Yeah.
one, but usually you don't do that on your own. Usually you have other vehicles around you. 'Cause it's like,
I'm looking at
once
this.
you
The
take
pit
someone
maneuver only
out
has
like
one
that,
vehicle
like you're-
involved.
What's that?
The pit maneuver is that classic. They bring up the wheel and they try to basically take out the back legs, as it were.
Right.
That's the
right,
pit
right.
maneuver.
But
That's the
that
classic pit
also
maneuver.
throws
And there's
you off
and based on what I'm
what's
seeing
happening.
here, it's only one vehicle required.
For that one, yeah.
Yeah. There are other
so,
maneuvers out there, but
my
yeah.
point was that like you would like if you do something like that, you want to have someone else around
Mhm.
because you're going to be thrown off too. Like you're like the person that you're trying to pit is not the only one being thrown off.
Yeah.
Right, you're throwing off your own balance in order to throw them off even more. But like that's the whole point of having someone else around is so that they can take control of the situation while you're trying to regain
not really.
control. Okay.
Not really. The thing.
That's what it seemed like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing is, it depends. I think it depends on the department. Some departments like this one probably are more okay with the one-man pit maneuver.
I guess.
But also, this guy, the pit maneuver guy, is almost always the lead vehicle. So we don't know what was behind him.
Vehicle, but he's not the one who stops the guy eventually. He's just the one who puts him out of control and makes him available to stop.
Yeah.
Right. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah, but again, the guy that's doing the pit almost always is the most forward vehicle, and the reason why is because they've got a police car in front.
Seawall.
Shit's gonna get squirrely quick. Yes.
I linked a good video and funny videos of
Tesla
Teslas
fire.
on fire.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
We don't exactly have time for that, but we'll go through the next ones. And
I think it'll be worth it.
Okay.
We've taken a lot of time on stuff that was less.
Okay, the next two are actually pretty quick, so.
We've taken a long time on stuff that was much less worth it.
Afghanistan. And here comes Michael Obama moving the side.
And we actually have a second angle.
Could you imagine having your country run by dementia-riddled patient, dude?
Yeah.
At what point is this elder abuse? At what point
it was elder abuse in 2020 when it was running.
At what point? I mean, like I said, I don't want to. God damn! Why do they make me feel sympathy for Joe Biden? Like he's a blood-soaked monster. Why do I feel sympathy for him? It's
well,
just
because you could argue that the blood-soaked Joe Biden died years ago. This is just what remains.
Right. This is the fucking.
It's the leftovers.
Lincoln that Bernie's puppet.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God!
I mean, what was it?
So bad. Just let him die. Let him fucking die in peace.
Just put him in the wheelchair on the porch with a blanket on him, so he can just drool and be happy.
Right.
You know, he gets his pudding pop at 1. You know.
And then he can go and meet his maker, at the right
peace.
time.
Yeah, in peace.
Suffer for his sins eternally.
Well, you're assuming the soul hasn't already left the body.
Security Administration will no longer
He's pretty out of it now, so
requiring masks in all U.S. airports and on board aircraft.
This was the end of the mask mandate in flight.
And everybody in the this is
literally immediately, masks are optional for all airport employees, crew members.
Literally the whole plane collapsed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually that's a meme, right? Oh my God, the whole train collapsed. No. This time, literally the whole plane collapsed and removed their masks.
Yeah.
And they were
I don't know if we can watch the whole 6 minutes, but we can watch a little bit of it.
Oh, dude, just skip around. You'll see the bursts of flaming gas.
The internet.
Yep, here we go. I'm going to kill the audio just because I think it might be copyrighted.
Just mute it. Yeah.
Fuck!
You'll see the bursts of flaming gas and the dark smoke. This is what a lithium battery fire looks like.
Yeah.
Skip ahead to the next one because this one lasts a few minutes and it doesn't look very good. It's just kind of a slow fire that they're trying to put out, but it won't go out because it's a lithium fire.
Yeah, they don't go out. There's like one chemical that'll do it, but it'll dissolve the car.
These are Teslas, and let me remind you, while we're looking at these, that Elon Musk is not your savior.
No.
I understand that he is doing the right thing at the moment. He is not your savior.
No.
And yet neither is Trump.
Nope.
Trump is not your savior either. They were doing the right thing at the moment they were doing them.
Yeah, and
they were not your savior.
The person that car's dead. The person in that car's dead.
Next one.
Yeah. They are not your fucking
This one's a
savior.
good one.
Yeah.
Look at that burst of flame and fucking dark smoke. Now imagine a massive battery. I love the California license plate, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
But
That's just
like,
and look at the garage.
Yeah.
The bursts of flame, the dark smoke. That was a lithium bus.
No. This is white smoke. This is white smoke.
Well, go to the next one. You'll see very dark smoke.
But why is this car at this angle? What happened? Like,
It exploded and it basically shifted itself.
do we know that?
Lithium fires are very violent when they start. They're almost explosive.
This is very dark smoke.
Not as dark as what we were seeing.
A jetting flame and dark smoke. It's a jetting flame and dark smoke. It's hard to extinguish.
Catches, twice in a day. Because, again, water, you should not put water on these. Water accelerates lithium fires. It's a metal fire. You need a specialized chemical to try to stop this, and that shit'll eat the card.
Bursts of flame.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I've got to go with that. Jader's got is probably right. That was a natural gas bus.
Well, if you're going to be contrarian, but I'm right.
No, that was a natural gas bus. Because I'm not seeing spreading.
They don't keep the natural gas on the top of the bus, bro. They keep the batteries on the top of the bus. They keep the natural gas in the back of the bus, dude. Right above the motor.
I have no idea. I literally have no idea.
I look at compressed natural gas buses all day, every day. They go past me.
There are different models, and you know that, right?
Why?
Well, I mean,
some might use the roof storage.
Keep it above the freaking motor. I don't know why you would keep the gas tanks on top of the bus.
Because you can get more gas tanks up there.
You get lots of battery banks across the top of the bus.
Yeah, that's probably the point, right?
Yeah.
Is that
you get a lot of battery banks on the top of a bus,
deficits, right?
Yeah.
Well, also, I mean,
that's what they're
well, also, technically, you could. I'm sorry. It's one of
whatever, dude. I'm right.
I don't think you are. I think they may be right with the natural gas.
I'm right.
And the tanks are just breaching.
I'm right.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's kind of all she wrote. I guess Johnny.
Are we out of material?
We're out of material. Johnny, play us out.
Was that it? All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Quest Fanning saying yes, they do keep the natural gas on top. I've seen them with tanks on the roof. I think it's just a different model that you're experiencing, Midget.
Right. It could be. It certainly could be.
Yeah.
But always, if you want to see more of what we're doing here, make sure you hit the like and the subscribe button and stuff. Those are cool as fuck. Also, our description holds a number of things, such as our Twitter account at the Porch Bois Podcast, or at the Porch Bois. I think it's just at the Porch Bois. The link's down there either way. Our Discord server, which is so much fun, and if you want to be on the inside jokes as they're becoming inside jokes before they're put on the stream, the Discord server is the way to go. As we talked about tonight with the Twitter argument I got into earlier, the
text that were had
kicked earlier. Yeah, you'll be able to see that before everyone else, so that's a good thing to do. And then I believe we have a Buy Me a Coffee down there as well if you want to support the show. So, make sure you do all that. And we will see you guys next week for another unwatchable and unfunny episode of the Porch Bois Podcast.
Not funny. Didn't laugh.
Funny.
Old
do
meme.
not laugh.
Yeah.
If you laugh, you lose, in fact.
Yeah.
So don't do it.
Well, have a good night, y'all.
Yeah, see you guys.